Okay, go.
We're late per usual.
We're 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Hi,
You're
everybody.
so
Hello,
rude.
everybody.
So rude.
What do we got? Who do we got? Cats.
Who do we got?
Mandy.
Who do we
Luke.
got?
Jeannie Bobini. Murphy. Say, Hopey Dopey.
Yaba's Luke. What's that about, Murphy?
Oh, come on, Ad.
Hondros College of Nursing.
Oh, my volume's up. It never goes as planned. Never. Oh, of course I'm all blurry, blurry. Let me see if I can fix my cam. Never as planned. We're never on time. Never ready. Betty. Hey, Cassidy. Hey, baby. Nee. Luke and Jamie together forever. Cats.
Danny G.
Cats is going to be light on the mallet today, everybody.
Yes. For all the mods that haven't heard, we only need to get rid of comments that are racist or doxing or
absolutely like over the top. They can be mean to us. They can be rude. They can be on Diane's side. Diane could come here and talk shit. Whatever.
Yeah,
anything
leave them.
Say.
Leave
hey,
those
AMD.
comments.
Welcome. We want everything to stay on it because on the replay, we want everything to stay on the comments or on our chat replay. So unless it's
that way it makes sense.
Ridiculous, leave it. Like if someone comes in here spamming comments one after the other, that's, you know what I mean? That's okay.
What
link is that, Cats?
Yeah, I know. What link is that, Cats?
Yeah, you might have to announce what link that is.
Welcome.
Hey, Sean Brown. Yeah, Cats, you're just dropping things and not saying what it is. I don't know. We didn't plan that one out. Hey, PF.
No, we didn't.
PF is coming up today to join us, you guys. Hey,
yes,
Amy.
she is.
I just got...
Hello, Anita.
I just let Cats handle it. Well, okay. Hey, Anita.
Linking the lists.
We're great at this.
Those are my... Oh, yes. We are finally getting dropped.
Those are your news. Yes.
Yes.
Did we just get porn? We got porn by Cats. This is great. Great content.
Awesome. Hey, Nada. 1PT. Welcome, everybody.
Her porn channel. Wrong link. Cats.
AMD.
Welcome to the Flamingo.
Lucy's World. Welcome. IBL. Welcome.
Jill has been singing lately. I don't know what the hell her problem is, but she thinks she can sing.
Because I can breathe. I can breathe.
Yeah, she got her lungs and her breathing back, and now she feels that she can sing. Janie, you're gonna have to set her straight and let her know that singing is your deal, not hers.
I know I'm screwing that up. But yes, I'm happy I can breathe.
Can you sound that out for us, Eric?
So, yeah.
Sound that out for us, guys.
Eritrea. Man, I hate being able not to pronounce names.
I know. I call a little bit of last night's stream. Anita, that was great of Janie to do such disrespect in the damn YouTube DC to say that wasn't good. How dare you people? Eritrea.
It doesn't matter. It's a fake. Eritrea.
We appreciate you. You're welcome here, you guys. Hey.
Shell's in the car like STS.
Welcome, Christine. Welcome to the Flamingo.
Welcome, Christine. I'm apparently too loud in the house for my husband on Tuesday night, so I've been banished to the car. Yeah.
Oh, Sean, you don't know us on
you
Fridays.
Just make your first.
We are Fridays.
Hopefully this Friday, Mary will want to be around me.
Yeah, Friday, you're good. Car Chronicles are back in effect, guys. We're back in the car.
Boop, boop, boop. I can't lift this arm still. I'm still like, but I go Thursday.
Yeah, she goes to the neurologist.
Desiree.
She's following up.
I don't see Desiree. Where are you? Oh, there she is. Yes, welcome all of our new members. Thank you.
Texas Girl 1, welcome. By the way, if you don't see the ticker, Michelle Lynn did have her surgery today. She did have a little complication. They believe that she did have a small heart attack after. So prayers for her.
Yes, please pray for her.
She's in a lot of pain, and she's not really coherent right now. And yeah,
Luke, right here together with one arm.
One arm problems. Yes, you and Luke are in the same boat. Yes. So, but she would want us to carry on. That's what she would want us to do. If she is awake right now, I'm sure she's watching. She does not want sad, boo-hoo pity party. She wants us to laugh and have fun. So there's that. She will text us if she's able. What is going on? Got a little.
Those St. Jude donations not wrong.
Do what?
They were not. No donation can possibly be wrong.
Never ever is a donation wrong.
Luke is not in your boat shelf full of cinnamon rolls. Teach me, Janie. Those were not for.
Hey, Sunnyside. There's never a wrong donation unless it doesn't get there. Janie Bobaney's donations all got there. I saw it. It was a direct link to St. Jude's. Everybody was posting their receipts, not that they have to, because we have full faith that our people will donate. If they say they did. Okay. So there's that.
Welcome, Anita, to the Flamingette.
Janie did touch no donation. The only thing that happened over there was Molly Go Lightly did super chat, and Janie did pledge that donation to St. Jude, and I do believe that Janie will donate that $10. So I don't see the damn problem.
Yeah, I know Jenny's character, and nope.
Because that came out of Wendy's mouth that she wanted that money paid back. Janie didn't make that up. That was Wendy's words. But we'll move on. That will be discussed later. Yeah. And she showed receipt of her donation. So did a lot of people. Grandma, welcome.
I'm sorry if I'm menacing.
It was a great live, and I don't think Jenny even expected it to go that way. Hey, Laura. Yeah. Janie didn't
You're having surgery, Laura Blonde? We'll pray for you.
Oh, yes. We'll pray for you. Thank you. Thank you for my prayers. Thank you. That came out wrong. I was reading two.
Why are you thinking?
I don't know. Sure. You missed Janie's. We'll have to go back and watch
Someone was hitting the sauce a little early.
I was.
Yes.
Whatever.
Hey, Laura.
Don't judge me. Janie, why would you post receipt? You're even bad at scamming. Right.
So yesterday was an interesting day on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh, P.S. is here, you guys. I didn't even hear her comment. There you go. I didn't even see you. You need to yell or something when you come in. Welcome,
I can wait
welcome.
patiently.
Yeah.
Hello,
I
everybody.
used to say, bitch, let me in. Hello, how was your vacation?
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. We had such a good time.
It looked fun.
I'm
was.
sure you
Are we
did.
sure that was you in those pictures, though? Can we confirm that that was you, little skinny model chick on the boat?
That was me.
All right, I'm not sure I can verify that. There wasn't video proof, so I'm gonna believe that you're a 600-pounder that tipped that damn yacht. You know what I mean? Let me believe what I believe, okay?
I promise it was me. I'm not.
All right, go ahead and live your good life, okay? All right, live your good life.
Yeah, live your good life.
Oh,
No
y'all are
side,
too
right?
sweet.
It did look so pretty. It looked really pretty.
Aw.
I'm glad you
Thank
had
you,
a
everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody's so
it did.
sweet in the chat. We had a good time. Listen, we rented that boat, right? It was just me and my girlfriend and
Hi,
the guy
Candace.
driving the boat. Teeny tiny little boat that we were on, and the whales came up and they came right underneath our boat. I could have leaned over the side and touched them. It was the most incredible experience. If we had left 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes later,
how
it would not have happened. So it all just, it was just perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No complaints. How are y'all?
Good, good. Hi, IBF.
I'm good.
We're good. Trying to keep up with what's going on around here, but you know, taking a nap here and there to try to recoup. But
it's a lot.
Where did Shell black out to? I don't know. Anyway, they're here. Oh.
What the heck?
Did you
Cats.
get hit with any
I'll be right back.
P.F. Chang.
Stephanie Green said, did you get hit with any whale juice? Stephanie, you're weird.
I did not, but you know what? I think I will take a whale juice any day of the week, Stephanie, over some of the other stuff. That's for sure.
That's true. True. Pretty. Yeah.
I'm a whale juice fan all of a sudden.
I would love to do that. That sounds very nice. Very nice. It is. I don't know. It looked like, God, and you didn't even touch this over here. You left your phone alone. Didn't mess with this crap. Like, it was just nice.
Yeah, you know, when we would go back to our room at 9, I tried to kind of peek in and kind of see what was going on. There was so much stuff happening, popping off all at the same time. There was no way I could keep up with all of it. So I had to catch up real quick when I got back. And woo, was there a lot to catch up on. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Hope you took notes. I mean, just yesterday, it was a lot to catch up on. I mean, yesterday it kind of went to.
I did listen, Elf. You're not the only one. I got a couple of random DMs and texts from people saying, "Oh my God, this is happening or that's happening," and it was super hard. You know, not to peek in more or jump in the middle of it, but I thought, you know what, it'll be there when I get back. So,
yeah, exactly. But then everybody's sitting like wondering, what's PF's take on everything? Like, where's PF? Where's PF? We need to in the calm, soothing voice that is PF.
Carly.
Do you know what? Dr. Koala used to tease me all the time because every time I would go out of town, all hell would break loose. Not that I'm a pivotal person in the community, not at all. You know, even when I was in, you know, massive lurking mode, every single time I go out of town, all hell breaks loose on YouTube. So it's kind of like this curse, right? When I go out of town, all hell breaks loose. So
I think
I'll start giving y'all a warning next time.
Hey, Marsha, and I think you have during this debacle, you have become a pivotal point. Definitely during this situation for sure. You made your name on this round for sure.
I don't know that I'm pivotal more than I'm a pain in some people's asses. Let's put it that way. But that's all right.
No, I don't.
That's right, Crystal. It's all my fault.
It's all your fault. All your fault.
All my fault.
In Madagascar, we have been able to move. The taxi was 16 people in the back. What? Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm like, what is she talking about? So, what do you feel is the most touching subject that you have come across so far since you've been back? What do you think? Not touching, but like the most, I don't know the word. What's the word?
Well, the most disturbing thing about all of it?
Maybe. Exactly. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of one of the things that Jill, go ahead.
She froze. There you go.
Oh, no. Go.
I think one of the most disturbing things is, well, and I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago too, right? Is that nobody in this fucking community can stay on topic. It's just bringing up old drama and what about what so-and-so did and what about that person did. It's not about any of those people. Right now, it's about Diane stealing money.
Shifting blame.
That should have blame shifting. And deflecting, well, if you're going to call out this person, why aren't you calling out that person? Well, you know what? There's another time and place for all that. Frankly, I don't want to go back down that road of going back to all the past drama and shit that's been talked about over and over and over and over again. I just don't understand why we can't stay on topic ever in this community and focus on the topic at hand. Because what Brian St. John did or what Molly Golightly has done or STS or Laura or this person or that person doesn't have shit all to do with Diane stealing money from that should have went to St. Jude's. It's so fucking infuriating. So now we've got all these dumpster fires that are going off all over the entire fucking community. And you've got even more arguing, even more animosity, even more people that are pissed off at each other. More friendships are breaking up because this is a time I think that we should all be coming together, right? For the collective good of the community. And I think everybody's lost sight of that. It's so frustrating.
Right. Well, I think a lot of that happened when when they finally got Isaac up there with Wendy and Randy, and the whole, like you said, Brian St. John came up. What does he have to do with anything right now? Why are you trying to sick Isaac on him? Like, what does that have to do with the situation that's happening with Diane? I just didn't like why does Isaac care about what happened with Brian St. John 3-4 years ago? Like, that didn't have anything to do with anything.
No, and how is calling him out going to help the situation with Diane?
Yeah, you're up here saying that you're both done with Diane at that point, but yet you're still trying to take the attention away from her and put it on someone else who had nothing. Isaac don't give a shit about what happened with him. Isaac's up there to get information about Diane. Yeah,
I don't. Trying to stick Isaac on Laura or Brian St. John or whoever,
and that was okay then.
Just like Laura said, Randy tried to sick. And Laura, you can have a link, or whoever wants to come up here and talk. Well, definitely can. I'll put the link in if Laura wants to come up here and say something, or whoever.
Well, I guess I was surprised, right? You're sitting up there begging him not to dox people. You're all against going real life, right? So instead of focusing on, asking him, hey, we're not about that. We don't want that. Nobody had a problem when he was going after Katie. Everybody thought that was all great, right? Making phone calls, doing all this stuff. That was wonderful because Katie's drunk and Katie's toxic and we need Katie out of the community. So everybody was on board for that. But now that he wants to come over here and go after Diane, and you're all against it, right? And you're all like begging him, why didn't you just block him? I'll tell you why. Because they're afraid of him, right? Mm-hmm. So they let him come up on panel. They entertained his bullshit and then tried to deflect. And then the same thing they're trying to ask him not to do, then they joined in asking him to do the stuff that they're sitting there complaining about by trying to have him attack other people. It's just blatant hypocrisy. And I see all these people sitting in the chat that are going along with it. And I'm like, you people are just, it's mind blowing. Like, I don't get how they can't see. There's absolutely zero self-introspection by anybody in this fucking community.
Absolutely agree. 100%.
1 second, because this is kind of important. Crystal, we did hear about Michelle. I don't know, you weren't in here, I guess, when I updated. Michelle did have her surgery this morning, and they did have some complications that lasted longer than normal. It took a while to get her oxygen back up, and she was in a lot of pain, which caused her to have like a small heart attack. She is okay, but not doing the greatest, so we're kind of waiting on an update. So that's kind of where we're at right now with Michelle. So you guys just keep praying for her, but we don't want to like bring the mood down, so because she wouldn't want that. So just everybody keep, we'll pray for her, but we're waiting to hear an update. So
the select group doesn't want the community to come together. They want to deflect from Diane and bring up old drama on everyone else. Absolutely, Red Dragon. But the community is much bigger than that little select group.
It sure is. It sure is. And it was said today, I believe Shannon said today, and I hate to even speak the name because I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. But regardless of what the topic was, mainly about Shannon today was the Rebecca thing. But what I focused on too was she said, well, I think that she said this yesterday. She said, nobody has scammed this community more than MFW. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We'll tell you straight
and
up
I don't
and down,
like MFW.
She wants money for money. Katie
right.
Tell you that
she tells you what she's using it for.
You know what I mean? And if Katie does use it for something else, she'll come out the next day and say, fuck it, I didn't use it for that. So what? What are you going to do? You want it back? Whatever.
Right.
Like,
well, listen, I mean, I'm not a big Katie. Yeah, I'm not a big Katie fan either. Right. But Katie's pretty much been ostracized, right? The majority of at least the majority of the OGDC don't go over there, don't fuck with her anymore. She's off kind of doing her own thing. And she's not really, she's not a factor or an issue anymore. Nope. So I don't know why Katie's being brought up or we're comparing what's happening now to what Katie has done, because none of us go over there and really fuck with Katie anymore. So that's a mute point.
Comparing Katie to Diane, who is definitely more calculating and manipulating, and it's like Katie shows her face. Katie takes us with her on drives. Katie takes us with her to the bar. Katie doesn't hide anything she's doing. Diane is a complete mystery to everybody. That is apples and oranges. That has nothing to do with one or the other.
Absolutely.
Right. Katie's kind of like, Katie's in your face saying, I don't give a shit if you like it. Fuck you. She's doing it all right up front. She has no shame about it. Right. Diane does all of her shadiness is in this covert way. It's all behind the scenes. It's all, hidden and secretive. Listen, I'd take Katie's fuckery right up in my face and with a big, screw you any day of the week over Diane's shadiness behind the scenes. Sorry.
Diane wrapped it in a pretty little Tiffany box with a white bow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carly, by no means am I defending Katie. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't compare the two. They are
it's apples and oranges.
Exactly, Hopi.
I'm saying
stab me in the front, not in the back.
Situation. And like PF said, she's over there doing her own shit. Why are you comparing her to Diane?
Katie's taking her own self down. Nobody needs to go over there and do anything else to Katie. Katie's karma, she's living her karma every fucking day. And we're all getting to watch the self-destruction of Katie on a live stream. If you want to go over there and tune in, I choose not to watch it.
I choose not to.
It's sad.
Every once in a while, someone's like, oh my gosh, you got to see what she's doing. I'll pop in, then I get bored and I leave. But I usually don't watch her.
And I've even, I started, getting it like on the clip channels, and I don't even really watch that anymore. It's just so redundant and repetitive. Like, how much more can we say about it?
Janie, do you want to come up? I know you've been kind of worked up lately. You can come up and talk.
Who?
Janie.
Oh yeah, Janie.
I don't know if she wants to.
Mandy, did you want to come up?
No, I would love for Janie to come up. I have some things to say about that situation as well in just a minute. But you know what? I would also like to say this, Shell and MJ. You know, I've heard a lot of people losing their collective shit over Laura, Molly Golightly, STS, people like that, Yaba and Sam having an opinion on what's going on with Diane, right? And I'm sorry, even if you don't like those people, even if you're not big fans of them, they all have a right to speak up, speak their mind, and say what their opinions are. These are all people who have been dragged to hell and back or fucked over by that channel. Okay. And so, you know what? You don't have to like them, but to tell them that they don't have a right to speak up or to voice their thoughts is the most hypocritical bullshit I've ever seen. Stop telling them that it's none of their business, and how dare they rear their ugly heads and speak on this. They have every right to speak on it. They were the target of a lot of bullshit off that channel.
Well, they
have a right to express their feelings.
You know, we're not typically a drama channel that we shouldn't talk about it either. Well, it's like the big purple elephant in the room. Why can't we talk about it?
We've been one of the only places that have given the people, the subs, our friends, any place to speak their mind without timing them out. Even though you get to speak your mind, in the other places. But the minute you do, you're timed out.
Absolutely.
Your voice is shut down. We don't.
And here's another question I have. So why is it, right? So you've got when Chasing Truth, which by the way, there's a lot of people who seem to be all pissed off about her. Listen,
I love
this
her.
shit's on. I think she's great, but this shit's on YouTube. Anybody, you don't know who all is out there watching, right? And so she was off somewhere. She came across it. She dove in. I have a lot of respect for her because she didn't jump in half-cocked and start giving an opinion. That girl, she went through. She watched the videos. She had her facts down. I mean, I was shocked at the amount of time that she put in, right, going through and making sure she had the story and the people and the players and the facts, right? But if you're going to come on to a live streaming platform, a public social media platform, and participate in the kind of fuckery that Diane has done, anybody that runs across it, right, whether you were a member of this community or not, listen, you're talking about stealing money from, kids with cancer. I don't give a shit who wants to have an opinion on it.
How much lower can you freaking get?
They made it sound like that maybe Yaba and Sam went and rounded her up to do the legwork. She came over here and did it herself. You know, nobody went and got her and hired her to do the investigating. You know, like
and Wendy gladly went over there very happily, right? Went over there and typed in her comment section, trying to chummy up and be all nice to her, whatever, and gladly accepted that interview. So everybody just needs to calm the fuck down about Wendy doing that and this woman, whatever. It's mind blowing. But here's the thing, is that she has said the same things that a lot of people from the ODDC drama community whose voices are being silenced, timed out, blocked, whatever. And we were all shunned and treated like shit for saying exactly what she said. But Wendy went over there, right, and treated her with the utmost respect.
She made a best friend.
Wendy,
one of the most.
She thought she done made a new best friend. She was so excited to get that little interview over there. They was going to be buddy till she went in on her like she was on trial. She didn't think she would have all that damn information. That shit was funny.
One of the sweetest, most kindest people in this community has been blocked in several chats.
Yes, Nada's Kitchen. I apologize. She's correct. Go ahead.
Me? Because I've been blocked in several. I can't get
No, not you. Mandy. Makeup by Mandy.
Oh, yeah. Her.
Seriously?
Yeah. Seriously? I mean, one of the nicest people in this community. Listen, on Sam's panel recently, when she was talking to Wendy, that's the first time I've ever heard Mandy come at anybody with any kind of force or, standing up and being that vocal and, using her voice and saying, excuse me, can you let me finish talking, and making her points. First of all, Mandy, I was so unbelievably proud of you, but
absolutely.
But that's not who she. I mean, Mandy's just nice to everybody.
IDF just made a point. Her and Silverwings. Silverwings doesn't say a sideways word to nobody, and her and Silverwings have been targeted like nobody. They have been pushed to the edge until they finally said something, and they are attacking them like crazy.
And this is the thing: is people are so fed up. The people that are usually like kind, that are so nice that they say it in the nicest way, like, you know, that's not very nice of you. You know, they've gotten so tired of being pushed and pushed and pushed. They are so backed into a corner. They finally said enough. They have found their voice.
Yeah. And so here's my question. My question goes out to Wendy. You know, you went over there and I heard her say to Chasing Truth, wow, I mean, I cringed at a lot of it. Some of it was funny, but, you know, it was just so eye-opening to see how somebody else outside of the community views us. Excuse me, Wendy. That lovely lady over there.
Wendy won't hear that
any
question
different.
Because she made it very, very clear she doesn't watch us.
Right. But that woman has not. That woman made very great points. And the points that she made were the same damn points that the OGDC people have gone in there, asked these questions, whatever. Nothing that came out of her mouth was any different. Although I agreed with what she was saying and her feelings and her thoughts on this subject is not any different than the OGDC drama community has tried to bring it up in the most respectful way. And we have been treated like scum on the bottom of their fucking shoes. I would
Go ahead.
No, it's just so infuriating. It's like it was the first time she had heard it.
Yeah, you were on vacation when this happened. And just for anybody that's in the chat, sorry, we're not like, I don't want to.
I'm trying to keep up with chat, but it's
in the chat. Hopefully our mods are greeting you guys and everything, but I don't want to be rude and cut people off. But you were on vacation, and to anybody in the chat who missed this too, Danny, what in the hell are you typing? Is she butt dialing?
What the heck?
Danny.
I don't know what. Danny's drunk, obviously. I don't know what.
She's laying on her phone.
She's like, But
anyway, like, to anybody who doesn't know,
again.
she'll do it again just to be a smart
ass. Type it in Morse code.
But Shell had a offline relationship, not obviously.
No, not a relationship, a friendship.
A friendship with
let's not go there. Let's not start that.
Not that kind, but with Wendy and Randy. I did not. So that's why, and I felt a certain way about it, but she's grown. She can do her own thing, whatever. I never felt that bond with either one of them. She did. She has for several years been friends with both of them.
Yeah, okay, Marsha, right?
She was in. My husband's outside this door trying to make me laugh. Anyway, when Mr. MJ. When he was on panel one day, and she was on panel with who? Mandolin, I think, or the other one. The other, I don't know. It was one. Holden, quit yelling for my husband, okay? Calm down. On panel with one of them girls, Mandolin or the other one, Starlight. I think it was Mandolin.
Yes,
and he was saying something. Mandolin and Shell were going back and forth, kind of arguing because they had brought us up in a live stream and acted like we were new and they didn't know what we were talking about or some shit. I don't know what the details were, but basically Wendy was like, well, I don't know what they say. I don't watch them. Almost like to insinuate that she didn't know who the hell we were. And I'm like, the fuck? She's not even acknowledging that you guys are friends outside of YouTube. Like, how disrespectful is that? You know? So after that.
Well, the way she said it took me back. I was just sort of like.
Yeah. So I commented on that video and I said, Wendy, why did you not even acknowledge that your friendship with Shell? Like, I don't care if you don't watch our lives, you don't go to our channel, you don't, have a relationship with me.
Bye, Marsha.
A friendship with her, she was like, I didn't I didn't do that. What are you talking about? Show me the timestamp. Bitch, I'm not going to show you shit. I'm not going to go play fetch with you and go get no fucking timestamp. You were there. Why? You know what you said and what you didn't say. And you acted like you did not know her. She was like, well, I've had personal conversations with Amanda Lynn, and she knows that I know Shell. I was like, oh, but you can't tell the public that?
And it kind of makes me wonder, like, what personal conversations are you having with her about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Mandolin knows that y'all are friends, how come Mandolin don't know who the hell we are?
Listen, let me tell you something. Outside of being on y'all's panels, right? Everything that I've said on videos that I post on my channel, and I've watched multiple of them.
Nice right?
Right?
Low-key refer to things that happened over here while we were all on panel talking. They all watch. That's their way of trying to throw some kind of diss or some kind of shade this way. Like, you're not important. We don't watch you. Just like Randy told me when I sent her my reaction video to what she publicly called me out for. And then she told me in a DM, I'm sorry. I'm just going to let you know I'm not going to watch it. That was a big fuck you, PF. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't respect you enough. But then had the nerve to turn around and go on her stream and say, oh, well, you haven't even asked me how I'm doing. Bitch, what? You sat there. I told you in a video, like, I'm going to respond to you publicly. You don't even have you can't even go and listen to my thoughts and feelings, but you're upset because I haven't come and asked you privately how you're doing. I've tried that and I don't get answered. So I'm not doing behind the scenes conversation with you people anymore. It's all going to be out in public, period. So they watch. Wendy watches everything. Let me tell you something. You could sit here. You could sit there and see her when she's on panel, and she knows, especially when they were going back and forth with Laura, right? And Diane would be talking, and all of a sudden she'd be like, Wendy, are you there? Are you there, Wendy? Where's Wendy? And all of a sudden, Wendy would pop back on because she had herself muted because she was over there listening to every fucking word that was coming out of Laura's mouth.
Yeah, right.
Don't tell me that they're not watching everything that's being said about them. I don't believe it is bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. And
the difference, though, with us and a lot of other ones that are going after them, we won't put their name anywhere in our videos.
But they claim that we do, whatever. She's in love with, I think she is in love with you. Laura.
Wrong person, cats. I don't send lingerie. Oh, wait, I did.
Don't you left-hearted? Oh, yeah, you did. No, you didn't sell it, technically. You didn't sell it.
I didn't.
She kind of gave it away, but she did send it in the mail, though. It is kind of weird. It's a long story.
I didn't even think about that.
It's weird. But Wendy, to me, her most annoying statement ever in life that has been on my nerves. The other night she was live or whatever, and I do watch you, Wendy. I do watch you because you inspire me to be a better person. You really do. You inspire me. The other night I counted 7 times she said the same shit, and it was, well,
I took it for free.
No, I don't watch them. I'm sorry. And it was about 7 different fucking channels. It was the exact same thing. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't watch them. It was about Brian St. John, Laura, Corey, MFW, Shoot the Shit. Who else?
Well, here's my thing. If you don't watch them, don't comment on them.
Well, but how do you know all the shit that goes on in their damn streams? But you swear that you don't watch no one. You watch absolutely nobody, but you know every fucking thing that goes around or on around here.
Hey, Tally.
Absolutely.
And you don't watch Tally's shit, but you know every fucking video that she puts out.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck out of here.
It's bullshit. I don't have a problem admitting who I watch. I'm watching all of you. I'm watching every fucking thing you say. I watch every word you say. I watch every stream you've got. And I've got thoughts and I've got lots of opinions on it and I'm not afraid to say it. Just stop. I wish we could get to a point where we could all stop with this. Oh, somebody sent me a clip. I don't watch that channel. Bullshit, you don't.
There are some channels.
Diane's getting her nails done. Diane's getting her nails done, and she was like, I was alerted that Isaac was threatening me. Like Isaac said, what, life alert? Like, bitch, what?
There are some people, like Ladies Night. I legit stopped watching Ladies Night, and I only knew, like, certain things were going on because of clips, or someone was like, oh, you need to get over there. Some shit's going down, But when Diane told me to unsub from her, I unsubbed from that bitch.
Lady? Boss Lady said the old someone sent me a screenshot.
Right, where you don't, instead of I'm not watching that person, someone sent me a screenshot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're making a quote.
Yeah. That old saying. Yeah, I don't watch them. Yeah.
Or like
they're watching. Listen, they're watching every stream that has their name in it. They're right, looking at every fucking comment section. They're reading it all. That's a bunch of bullshit.
You believe Randy sent her the fucking link to go up on you. The fuck?
Here's what I'd like to know.
So obvious.
When they're not the target of the drama, right? Then what do we hear? We hear the old narrative, right? When they're the ones that are going after people, when they're the right fighters, when they're the moral police and the moral authority, right? We hear the old saying come out. It's the drama community. It's the drama community. Well, Diane, Randy, and Wendy, how do you like the drama community now? It's not so much fucking fun, is it? Now that you're the subject of the drama. See, because we all like a little bit of drama, unless we're the topic of the drama.
Absolutely.
Not so fun when the shoe's on the other fucking foot, is it?
What song did she sing for Diane? You have a friend and you have a friend. That was for Diane.
You have a friend in me.
Oh,
I Danielle.
Shell cut it out. Shell's been singing to me for like 2 days. Well, all of us.
Well, anytime anyone came into the coffee chat this morning, I was like, "Good morning, MJ."
I'd punch her in the throat. Oh.
Crystal, you're very welcome.
Weariness in the morning, like, oh my God, take it down.
Listen, I found our new song, right? So I was going to fire up a live stream, and I went to go trying to figure out, I've never done a live stream on my channel. And when I got Streamlabs or whatever, and I went in last night and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a quick stream, get a couple people in here, assign mods, whatever, just be silly. And then it said I had to wait 24 hours, right? So I didn't do it. But this is what I was going to play. This is what I want to play at the beginning, at the start, if I do live streams on my channel. Do you remember Ace of Base, the song, The Sign? Do you remember that? Right. So I have the lyrics pulled up, right? And I was like, I'm a horrible singer. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Yeah. I think that should be our new theme song, right?
Stephanie, you did sing. You did sing back. Holden was like,
me and Holden are grump asses in the morning. You and Stephanie go.
Best line in that song is, "No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong."
Right.
I'm coming with a punching bag. Ima said, you remember when you let me get doxxed and you thought it was funny or refused to remove the dox? Karma's
I remember that.
Ima, I remember.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that the same time that she went over and super chatted somebody then?
Luke,
at that time?
Luke loves that song. Sad confession, Luke. It's okay. We still love you. I lost a bit of respect for Randy after the whole FOD situation. I still don't know where. Lucy, they never lost love for each other. They're still madly in love.
That's what I thought, Ima.
Lucy, there's nothing to worry about. It's still Lover's Paradise over there with Randy and FOD.
Stephanie.
Still fine. Still all good. They're still sending each other gifts and, whispering sweet nothings at night. It's all good.
Please clarify if Wendy was suspicious about Diane as a friend or with what she was doing with the money. I get different stories.
Crystal, you want to come up? I saw a link and was like, well, go for it. Hopi, you want to come up? I know Hopi comes up. I've never watched Randy.
Yes, Tara, you do.
PF, did you see Diane come up after Isaac?
I did. That's when my phone was blowing up. So I'm on my way to the airport, right? I have a friend that I went to high school with, and him and his wife live in
Drop the link, Mary.
Puerto Vallarta.
Janie
and so we went and stopped and had lunch with them on the way to the airport. And my phone started blowing up, and people were like, holy shit, Diane's on Randy's panel. So I I lied, and I excused myself from the table, and I was like, I'm sorry, I have to take this phone call. And I ran out front, and I'm reading my text, and I tried to pull it up real quick. And I went back inside and sat down, and I was like, when your son calls, that's my kid. I had to take the call. But I was like, holy crap, she emerged.
Carly,
Isaac.
you can come up if you want.
Yeah, whoever, whatever. Yeah, it was crazy that Randy was on her knees, like hysterically begging, and it took Isaac to half-ass not really threaten her, but barely talk about Diane, and she went up there like a rabid fucking caged animal. What are you gonna do to me? Tell me now. What are you gonna do to me? But I'm not gonna talk about this case. But what are you gonna do to me?
The part that I was like, did she really think that he was going to be like, okay, first I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that? Like he was actually going to tell her what his plan was.
Right.
Thought, you have just made a bigger fool out of yourself by coming up here and demanding, but she's nervous. She's scared, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Janie, I'm so glad you're up here. I have so much to say. I just watched your 13-minute video right before I came on panel. Hey, Laura. Hey, Janie.
Hi. What's up?
Hello. PF, you're going to pay.
I'll let Janie speak.
You're going to pay, PF.
Carly!
Is Luke singing?
No, I am. Now I'm sitting here going, I saw
the sign.
It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. That's right.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I almost messaged you,
Carly.
Janie, I'm like, oh, Janie, I need you to sing the song so I can play it at the beginning of my streams.
Shell's got a whole mini orchestra band. I don't even want to talk about it for 2 years. She's on vacation. I don't even want, like Partridge Family and little instruments is all I'm saying. It's going to be embarrassing.
Janie's going to be cussing me later because Luke's going to be chasing her around the house singing, I saw the sun.
Yeah, that's an earworm.
Right, go first. We have to be nice and hold hands. Everybody.
Janie, when I finally get to come take you to lunch, then I owe you like a 5-star lunch for that torture. We'll go someplace fancy. I promise.
Yeah, and I'll serenade you.
That's right, and we'll leave Luke at home.
Get my finger symbols out.
I'm kidding. Luke, you can come too.
All right, who's first?
Okay. So Laura and Carly, you guys go ahead and go.
Who? Me?
Oh, I got so much to say.
Oh, sorry, Laura. Can I just
No, go.
I need clarity on this. I keep hearing different stories from people. Did Wendy say that she was suspicious on Diane about the money situation, or about being a friend, or who she really was?
I think all of the above.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
it was about the money situation, because I kept getting told it wasn't even about that. So
I don't know. I think it's all the above, because she said she was suspicious because she wouldn't give her real address, and then she was suspicious because she would never cam up or anything, and then she was suspicious because she would never show receipts and said it was none of her business.
right.
And then the thing
Hey,
about
News Tubers.
Bob not helping with that thing with her son threw her off, that there might not be a Bob because he didn't help with that finance situation.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever it was. That thing threw her off.
That was
Thank you, everyone.
That was the other thing. She said that, I mean, she told a lot of different stories, but one of the stories that she did tell was that about the money. And her and Randy felt that they knew a year ago or a year and a half ago that there was no Bob.
Ho, 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 ho. No, 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 no,
What?
no.
What? No.
No, Randy
No.
still thinks there's a Bob.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, she does.
Oh, I
Randy
thought-
is very much so convinced that Bob still is.
Yes.
She's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
claiming that to this day.
She's still in delusional land. That Diane's gonna all of a sudden come on. She's gonna show some kind of proof. Bob actually exists. Yeah.
Well, Bob's a real person. He's just not married to her.
Oh, no, no, no.
Exactly.
She's convinced
Janie,
they
you
are
want a
married.
cinnamon roll? Luke's
Yes.
going to get cinnamon rolls. Janie, you want one?
No, I have had my
No.
fill of sugar.
No,
Thank
Luke.
Luke,
you.
you leave those cinnamon rolls alone. You have a pie.
Oh, he's gonna eat that too.
Good Lord.
I sent Luke a pie, a chocolate cream pie.
Randy is still in La La Land and thinks that there is a Bob.
Yeah.
Bob runs on battery, as far as I'm concerned.
Yours didn't. Yours ran on USB, but what am I didn't?
You were here to tell my business.
You told 2 years ago, everybody. The
Well,
Whisperer 2000.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
Luke, I think he doesn't want one, but I think the rest of us on the panel and in the chat all want one. Please.
I'm broke.
I'll put the link in the chat. Just kidding. Just kidding for all the guys out there and don't really have one.
I thought that I heard Wendy say, and I could be wrong, but say on Sam Telfer's panel that, well, me and Randy were suspicious like a year ago.
I don't think she included Randy in that. I could be wrong, but I don't remember her including Randy in that. I think she said she was.
Oh, all right.
Bye,
Carly, where'd you go?
If you want.
Oh no, Carly.
Maybe that's all. Maybe that was the only question she had. I don't know. Oh, there she goes. She must have accidentally fell.
Is she back? Oh, yay, Carly. I'm like, where'd you go?
I'm sorry, I got kicked.
She's like, what we do?
It's my fault.
Brantley said,
Carly, how are you feeling about all of
hear
this?
that kind of talk. Brantley is our new Ty. Where's Ty? Sorry, Brantley. It was just fake. We didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Hey, news tubers.
Carly, we're in different time zones, so I didn't get to see your stream. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about all of this.
I had really bad anxiety last night, so I just took it down. It wasn't that interesting anyway. Well, actually, I had Blue Ridge on the panel. She came up for a while, so that was good. I
Oh,
got to catch up.
good.
How do I feel about it all?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the stage with Wendy now where I'm really disappointed. I still like her. I can't help it, but I'm very disappointed in how it's been handled. Randy, I don't give a fuck about. Sorry, but I don't. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's just fuck Diane. Like she's never going to give
Michelle,
us
no!
answers.
Michelle Lynn. Michelle Lynn had just had surgery. Sorry. Michelle, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't see Michelle.
Michelle Lynn just timed somebody, or she just deleted something.
She deleted a message.
Message, guys. I'm glad you're on your phone, though.
Yeah, she's probably falling asleep deleting messages.
It was just a ha-ha or something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And she's like, ha ha. Brantley said ha ha. And Michelle deleted the message.
She's just trying to tell us she's fine.
It's her meds. Yeah. We love
Michelle
Michelle.
was like, there will be no laughing in this stream.
Shame on you.
She's like, if I can't
I'm
laugh,
good.
neither can you.
I'm
Anyway,
so
go on,
disappointed
Carly.
in you for having fun, Michelle Lynn.
I know.
I'm happy she's
Okay.
watching, though.
I know. We're
hope
praying for you,
feel
Michelle.
better.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Carly. So fuck Diane and
Well, she's never going to come back and give us any answers, is she? We're never going to see anything
No.
that we want to see.
No.
And
I think it's very, very telling
move
that
on.
she came back for Isaac, but wouldn't come back for her
Mhm.
BFF, Randy.
And that
Right.
should have been very telling for Randy, but she goes on Wendy's stream a couple hours later and begs Wendy to let Diane on.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Mhm.
See, to me, that wasn't shocking at all. That's Randy. I don't believe Randy.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Randy has any desire to stop talking to her. I think Randy is part of the reason that all of Diane's croonies will not walk away. And I believe that Randy, like I used to think that Wendy really wanted nothing to do with her. I'm not so sure anymore. Sometimes the way she's acting with Randy, I'm like, maybe it is all an act. Maybe I'm wrong.
Shocking is probably the wrong word. I think it's sad. It's shockingly sad, right? To hear her say that she's done, and then to go over onto Wendy's and then be begging her, right? Almost pleading, begging her to give her a link. But that's the same pattern of behavior that we've seen in Randy time and time and time again. I'm done. I promise y'all I'm done. And this is what pisses me off and frustrates me, is that is an emotional, Randy is emotionally baiting us, right? Mm-hmm. She comes on, she gets everybody feeling all sad or all riled up and angry on her behalf. And then low key starts going around and fucking with people that she says she's done, right? And it jacks with people's emotions, and then comes in and she's sad again or she's upset again. And you're fucking with your subs' emotions. It's a sick thing that you're doing, you know?
Hey,
if you don't mean it, then don't fucking say it.
I agree.
Are we all picking up on the tension between Randy and Wendy though?
Yeah,
big
fights back and forth.
Hey, Sam.
They're faking it till they make it. They're trying.
Yeah,
they're feeding Sam tacos.
All right, hang on.
Oh, Sam said you tacos. What?
Hang on. Yep. Okay, we have a question. Yep. Sean Brown said, I asked this in Chasing True Stream, but no one answered. If Wendy is against Diane, why are all of Wendy's mods the people that are in Diane's Discord?
Exactly right. All still white knights for Diane, no less.
Yeah.
All the same mods.
Yeah. It's just, and that's what I'm thinking. And listen, if it's not, I don't know. It's just like it's recreating the same channel all over again. And I don't see any changes. I don't see anything that's different. It's still, it's this echo chamber that they try to create, where the only people that are allowed in are the people that are going to echo and agree with what they're saying. And it's total bullshit. It's not a free thinking conversation like they claim that they're all about.
Did you hear Wendy say that her and Diane haven't been friends for the last year?
Yeah.
That was also on Sam's panel. And it's like, so you said nothing to anybody and just let Diane keep scamming? What? What am I missing here?
I don't understand how someone had mentioned that earlier was, you know, she's so concerned about the community now. Where was her concern a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said that too.
She's not concerned about the community. She's concerned about keeping her reputation intact.
Well, I guess one of the most disturbing things was the way that she was trying to give Diane the benefit of the doubt and was on this, you know, let's wait, let her come on and show proof, whatever. If you already had those suspicions a year ago and now you're seeing your suspicions come into fruition and you still sat here and defended her, but and we all got attacked, right? All of the OGs got attacked for our opinion. But the second Diane said something shitty about her, then all of a sudden Wendy came out guns a-blazing, attacking Diane. Where's the apologies for all of the attacks and the shitty things that were done, and the way that the OGDC people who said exactly the same things that you're fucking saying right now, Wendy, about Diane, right? We were all saying those things and we were in big fucking trouble for it. But now because she's coming after you, or she's saying that you're a narc, or, you know, calling you a liar, now you come out guns a-blazing? Well, I think before you come out with guns a-blazing, maybe you should come out with a fucking apology to the people that you made feel like shit when you're turning around and now saying the same goddamn things that we were saying. I'm highly fucking
even in our own little friend group, I had been defending Wendy and Randy to the T to everybody.
I would get so mad. We would be on these calls and it would be like this. Like it would be like 6, 7 of us. And she would be like, well, I talked to Wendy, but she would never tell us what she talked about.
Because it's no one's business what me and Wendy or me and Randy talk about. When I talk to them,
I never pushed her to tell me anything.
No one did. Because it's when I talk to them off of YouTube, that is our personal private conversations. And I don't share that with anybody.
She didn't. She didn't. And
Nope.
I promised that on my children. She never told us anything that they talked about.
Nope.
But she
And
would
I still
say,
have it, and I won't.
She would say, I spoke to her. She's fine. That would be the extent of it. And I would be like, why are you talking to them?
They would be like, she's so shitty. I'm like, you guys, it's not like that. It's not like that.
She would say, no, I trust them. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret it.
And I'm having to eat my words now because the things that I'm starting to see, and it bothers me because I'm late to the game. And because I'm so they are different offline than they are on.
Carly's feeling this too, though.
Yeah.
Carly is saying like she's still, hurting. A lot of people are still hurting. And I get that.
What really bothers me is the people that are different offline than they are on. I am the same damn person offline and online.
That's why you don't get it. That's why you don't get it.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, but I'm the same person off and online, and I get it.
That's how
I've seen it. I'm gonna ask it in a minute, Hopi.
I see that. I've got it like stuck right here.
So do I. So
Hopi wants to know from you, how do you feel about the history of the community before Diane in your community, and then wait.
I can't answer that because
I totally flipped it. Can you ask Laura the history of their community before Diane and after, now that they know the DC?
It's bigger.
Well, yeah. We kind of merged. Yeah.
I don't know. Do
you feel that it got messier?
No.
Okay.
Since this blow up, you mean? Or
I don't know.
How was your community before y'all knew Diane existed versus after she came barreling in, guns blazing into your community? What was the difference in the dynamics in your community pre-Diane and after Diane?
Who was who and who wasn't?
There wasn't much different, except there was no CPS calls. We would go after, people would go after each other the same way the drama community does, but not with such malice, I guess. And it wasn't as big of people. You're only talking a couple of people. And then
go on.
You kept it within those couple of people.
So it was when we merged with you guys that the trouble began, because we were pretty much like you guys.
Yes.
Start with the DC was fairly tame compared to what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So when we merged with you guys, we all just went haywire.
Just
went off the rails. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can tell you personally, and I know this for a fact because I was friends with them back then, but a lot of Diane's cronies wanted to be in the drama community. They wanted to get in there. So I think they're just trying to live up to they all want to be savage kind of thing. And that's why they do what they do. And then you had their two leaders that, made everything they say and do okay and just blame everybody else. So, but as far as the community itself, it was the same. It just wasn't as violent.
Right.
Well, I just want to make a point real quick before it jumps out of my head and I forget it. I've heard the term that fair-weathered friends has been used lately, and a lot of flip-flopping accusations going around. So let me just make a statement on that and put that to bed and put it to rest.
Please do. Please.
The majority of the OGDC community, right, has always supported that side. And I am one of them. So before you start pointing your finger at me, calling me a fucking fair-weathered friend or a flip-flopper, to be a flip-flopper, you have to flip and flop back. And I've never flipped and flopped back. I have always supported that same group of people. So I might have flipped, but I can guarantee you're never going to see me flop back over your way. You can take that.
Amen.
Don't attach that goddamn word to me ever again. I don't flip-flop around here. I supported the same people for a long period of time, but you can bet your bottom ass dollar that I will not be supporting you any longer. So take that narrative and shove it up your ass.
But PF, you have to
Amen.
remember too, we were told, just like you guys were told, stay away from Sam Telfer, stay away from Katie, stay away from Nick, stay away from Shoot the Shit, stay away from this one. They're horrible people. They've done X, Y, and Z. They've done blah, blah, blah. They're the worst people in the world. Just like you were told me, Tiffany. Like, I don't know what Sam has done in the past. She seems pretty tame to me.
I did not like Sam.
Neither did I.
100% did not like Sam a few years ago.
I didn't either.
No, not at all. Like, I would not have expected Sam and I to become good friends like we have. I would not have Sam as my wrench right now. Sam has changed. Sam has apologized for a lot of the shit that she's done in the past. Sam is not the same person that she was.
I have to jump in. Can I jump in?
Oh, yes. I'm like, who is that?
I want to say this for all the people who don't understand why at one point, and I'm just speaking for myself, but this may be for other people, why at some point I hated Sam's guts, and now you'll never hear me say anything bad about Sam. And it is because, just like Shell just said, Sam is a different person, but more importantly, every time I go into Sam's stream, Sam has made progress, whether it's admitting something she did wrong in the past and apologizing for it, or showing insight, or, not participating in the things she's done before. And I can no matter what someone does, if I see someone who is becoming a better version of themselves, working towards whatever their goals are in life, I'm not gonna turn my back on them. But as soon as you show me that you don't give a shit who you are, then I'm done.
And I'd just like to say that I reached out to Sam before Yabba. Well, they were probably best friends at that time, or friendly at that time. I reached out to Sam before Yabba was, a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know that, because I saw, like you, Janie, I saw Sam starting to take ownership of what was going on, and I had to respect that. So
yeah, exactly. And like Crystal said, she's good-hearted. Now, if you're going to stand there and tell me that someone has a good heart, well, I want to see the good heart sometimes. And these people they're saying have good hearts. No, I don't think so.
Absolutely
but
not.
I've seen a lot of controversial people in the DC community apologize for some pretty heinous things that they've done in the past and be forgiven by others. And so what I don't understand is why me choosing to go and participate in Sam's streams and to like her now, she's given apologies, whatever. Why is that any different than the forgiveness that they gave to the people they chose to give it to? There isn't any difference. No, I have seen a difference. And I'll tell you, back when I was hanging out with Amanda Love and Stephanie Brown and that whole crew when I first came around, I always said I didn't like Sam. I tried to stay off her radar. She was not one, just like Katie, that I wanted coming after me, dragging me, whatever. I'll be honest. She had scared me a little bit. So I tried to stay out of her line of sight. But I remember I used to tell people, you will never, ever, it'll be a cold day in hell before you ever catch me typing in Sam's stream. And now I'm over there,
I did. I went hard after her.
Yeah,
in her stream.
But is that because you were told not to like her, or because you actually witnessed stuff?
Oh, I actually witnessed stuff.
Okay,
it had to do with Little Rosie, and Little Rosie and I were extremely close. And I was like, "Fuck no!"
I know about it.
And I went after her.
Came even before that. My dislike for Sam back then came because when I came into the community, I was part of the Katie group, right? We all used to hang out in MFWs and Randy's and all of that, right? And so part of it was some of the things that we saw Sam do, and part of it was, that was the thing, right? It was all of us, the Katie squad against the Sam squad. We were all sectioned off. So Sam used to refer to our group as the cesspool.
Yeah.
So I was part of the cesspool.
She was relentless at Yabba as well, and I've always been protective over Yabba, always. So when she'd go after Yabba, I'd be like, girl, you're not touching her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I absolutely adore
But you know
Sam
what?
now.
I've seen Sam take more ownership of her stuff, and she's another one, right? We talked about Katie earlier. Sam is another one that, you know, if she does something, she owns up to it, she admits it. She's taken ownership and apologized for some things. Other things, she's just like, yeah, I did it, and I'm not going to fucking apologize.
Yep.
I would much rather be associated with somebody who's completely upfront about what they're doing instead of doing low-key shady shit behind the scenes.
Yep,
And you
absolutely.
don't know that you're being fucked over.
And then
And
lies
they're
about
doing
it.
it right in front of your face, you know?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So
100%. And that's, I could speak for me and Tiffany on this. We've never done anything. We have big mouths. We've said a lot of shit, but
MJ has a big mouth.
actually done anything. And that's why the only thing Tiffany has done is taken down Diane. That Tiffany did. But for as far as like going real life, calling cops, swatting, anything that people claim we're so vile. No, we really haven't done anything except have a big mouth. That's it.
I guess what's kind of mind-blowing to me, and y'all can tell me if you agree, everybody on panel, people in the chat, I see people more upset about words that have been said in anger, right? We all get riled up. We all say things, shocking things when we're angry, right? Sometimes it pops out of your mouth before you even think. I see more outrage about things that people have said in anger than I see some of these people being about somebody who's stealing thousands and thousands of dollars from sick children with fucking cancer.
Yep.
And to me, that is just mind-blowing to me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. And Wendy's own words the other day was, they were talking about a name that I'm not getting into, but she said, I understand that that good people can do bad things, and you just have to forgive her.
Sometimes I like people that do shitty things with her words.
Yep.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Girl, Carly, that was a good one. Yeah. So you do, huh? Yeah.
Well, ditto, Wendy.
Oh, but that doesn't include
That doesn't include Sam.
He likes.
You know, that doesn't include none of us.
No.
But it includes Diane.
You know, the shittiest thing I've done, and it really wasn't that shitty, was I was the drama community vigilante, and I took bits and pieces of people's I was basically a clip channel, and I put their own words and showed it to them. And they were cool with the DCV until I used a video and their own words against them.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke her heart.
You're hurting my heart, Shell. You're hurting my heart.
And then, you know what? That was actually a very hard video for me to make because of my friendship with them too.
Wasn't it about Laura?
It was about Laura.
It was about Laura.
Oh, wow.
When they were dragging you about the
dog.
transgender shit.
The what?
About accusing you. Wasn't it about that?
Yes, it was.
They were like, they were saying shit like they were comparing you to transgender stuff and all that shit. And we caught them. Well, we, Shell, whatever. We were all involved. We caught them out on it, and they got pissed about it. It was about you, Laura.
Just because
everything with Diane and Wendy were about me.
Yeah, because we were like, that's fucking wrong. You know, like they were over there saying something about you, like working in a strip club or something, and that you were a man and this and that and whatever. And we were like, man, fuck, that's fucking wrong. And Shell did a fucking video about it.
And that was a very hard video for me to make because they were my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but that was all in fun. I said, bitch, why don't you fucking cam up? I cam up all the time. How about you cam up, you fat bitch? Let's see what you look like. Oh, I was mad.
Well, nothing pisses them off more than, shoving their own words back into their face. They don't like it.
And I'm fat, so don't get me wrong. I could say that because I am fat.
Shit.
I don't want anyone to
ain't taking offense to that. We are not taking offense to that. Trust me.
Now, some people in my stream, you shouldn't say that. I was like, you're right.
No.
Well, can I
You
just say,
shouldn't
Jamie,
say,
I think
the R word. You shouldn't say, the N word, that type of stuff. Yeah. But fat, it is what it is. What the fuck ever. We ain't that
Jamie,
sensitive
I had to
over
catch it
here.
on the replay last night, Jamie, but I thought that you did a beautiful job with what you did last night.
Wasn't that nice?
I was it was great. It was fantastic. Beautiful job. Loved it. Kudos.
I would
you
like
see
to
that,
say that I
Laura
didn't.
and Carly?
Sorry.
Did y'all see what Janie did last night?
Yep.
Turned a negative into a positive.
I was definitely there, but I would like to say that I didn't expect the backlash. But
No.
no.
You're gonna get backlash. Look at I've donated and fucking put up every single receipt, and I still get backlash every day. They're attacking my business. They're attacking everything every fucking day. And I've done more donating than Diane did in 3 years.
Good point, Luke. Good point.
If you want to know the story behind last night's stream, to be honest, I made that stream, I set it up 30 minutes before I was going to go live. And I was just sitting there, putting a puzzle together and waiting for the porch to go off so that I could go on. And I had already made the title. I had already put what I was going to have in the description. I had already made the little ticker across the bottom. And when I went live, I don't know what it was. I just wasn't interested in being sarcastic and shady, throwing shade. By the time I went live, I was like, you know what? What about a solution here? What about this? And I had no shade in what I did last night. It all melted away. When I saw people started giving money to St. Jude directly, I had no bad feelings about any of it. And by the time the stream was over, I was just humbled. I really was, that people showed up to my stream and did that. Me, the most unorganized person in the community, the one who can't stay on topic, but I did it for 50 whole minutes. I stayed on topic. I didn't drag anyone. I didn't lose my focus. And we raised $834, and I was humbled by that. Yeah. And then today, to see someone say something like, I never asked, why does she need to help me? Well, all that, like I said, it was titled before I even ever went live. And maybe I should have retitled it, but I didn't even think about that, because by the time it was over, I knew that everything that we had just done in that stream came from a good place and proved that you can donate directly to St. Jude. No one else should ever be able to run this scam again, because last night everyone got recognition when they donated. So you can't say if they don't get recognition, they won't donate. We didn't drag a single person. So you can't say, well, they're not going to come in if you're not dragging someone. We proved all these false narratives wrong about why you need to use Super Chat for St. Jude or any other organization. And the truth of the matter is that last night, 30% did not go to YouTube, and it didn't have to go through my hands, and I didn't have to prove anything to anyone. Went directly to St. Jude, and it was a good thing. So,
but yet she wrote a 3-paragraph community post about how wrong that was.
Yeah. And then Ash,
sorry, go on, Jen.
I'm sorry. Ash274 saying that that what I did was hateful, and it was spiteful and just mean.
You know what's hateful and spiteful and mean? Diane stealing from kids.
If it had a hateful spin to it, it could have had a hateful spin to it, but it still got $800 to St. Jude. So fuck the fuck off.
All right,
what I mean? It's better than what they've been doing.
I find myself a pretty intelligent human being. Can you please tell me how that's hateful?
I have no idea.
It wasn't.
It's hateful, Laura. I'll tell you why.
A little sarcasm to the title, but once you went in there, it was fun. It was nothing hateful was said. And
do you want to know why it's hateful? You want me to tell you, Laura, why it's hateful?
Yes, please do.
Okay. The reason why it's hateful is because it didn't come from their camp. because
there you go.
Because
There you
it
go.
wasn't their idea, and so she wasn't the one leading the charge. So that's why it's hateful.
But their camp never gives anything. Diane's biggest supporters have never donated. Ash274 has never donated.
I bet you Randy and Wendy ain't never donated.
Yeah, Randy said she donated a couple of hundred. I'm like,
Randy
bullshit.
said, where's her fucking receipts?
Yeah.
I bet you she hasn't.
Yeah,
Actually, I
ain't
think
never
there's a
seen
few
her
people.
super chat shit.
Nope.
Right.
And see,
I
that
think a
community
few
post
people in
makes
there.
me think exactly what Sean is saying. Why would you take offense at what I did unless now you're mad that you've been called out on this, and now the super chats aren't going to come through you for St. Jude because we proved they don't need to.
Because she keeps saying, I need a total so I can pay it back. I need to know a total, Diane, so I can pay it back. Well, she wants to pay it back through monetizing her channel and having people give her super chats. Well, I'm sorry, but you're just doing the same thing that supposedly Diane was doing. And I don't want to help you pay your part back and through super chats. I mean, that's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
And if she had half a brain, sorry, Janie, if she had half a brain, the answer would have been, you know what, guys? Don't super chat me for the next 6 months. Whenever you're going to super chat me, donate to St. Jude and just show me the receipt and I'll show it.
Exactly. And I will make a collage of fucking receipts, a big ass collage with flowers and fucking children behind it, and it'll be pretty, and I'm gonna post it. Period.
And I'm gonna open the challenge right here. If anyone else wants to show me up, by all means, do it better than I did.
Drop the link.
I would love to see
We
it.
got the link. I thought it was getting dropped.
And
you know what? Cats did drop it a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know what would be amazing?
I don't know.
It would be an amazing thing if people, just like when STS and then Sonia did it, and everybody started making their little ladies' night parodies of the ladies' night song, right? That was a fun kind of trolling little thing everybody kind of joined in on. Wouldn't it be great if a lot of the other creators took their lead from Janie and said, you know what? Yeah, as a community, let's collectively come together.
Absolutely.
And let's do this. And a bunch of streams popped off doing exactly what Janie did.
I think it's a great idea.
That would be healing for this community.
Yeah, and if you want to prove you're better than me for some reason, don't do it through a community post that's dissing something that was done for a very good cause by very good people. Show me up. You get 600 and 700 people in your stream. Do it. Show me that you can do better than me. I'd love it. I would love to be put in my place.
Shell, can you pin that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
How about we collectively come together to help you, Wendy, pay back your half. That's what you've been preaching that you want. So
it's weighing on your heart so heavy.
Put a shout out to all the creators and say, you know what, Janie did a great thing. Let's everybody take a turn doing this. Can you imagine how much money we could get people to directly donate if everybody followed Janie's lead? Janie, fabulous job.
And honestly, how can you be mad because you're so upset with Diane that this money didn't get to the children? How can you be mad that we are getting this money back? You know what I mean? Like, how can you be mad at us because we're not doing it in a spiteful way? We're getting it back. You just don't like the way it's getting back.
Yeah.
So,
MJ, I've donated $5 per candle. They were
and I've seen every receipt. But when I mentioned that, Laura, people come at me like, well, she said it was going to be per candle, not every.
It's ridiculous.
I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
She's got to take care of her kids and her overhead to make these candles.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I don't make cheap ass candles, and that's why I couldn't even. I'm like,
okay. That's why I gotta wait till payday to get one.
I'm a shit. Like fucking crazy. I mean, $5 out of 2 cents. It was a lot of fucking candles to come up.
Do not super chat us, guys.
And and they're still bashing my industry. They're still bashing my business all week. Like, really? What have you donated? Have you taken $1 out of your pocket? No.
And this whole rhetoric about everyone's dragging it on because they're making bank off it by dragging it on. How many times has Randy and Wendy gone live? and talked about it.
Exactly.
It's the same deal.
But here's the thing too that I really like is a big thing with me, and I've said this before on my own.
Laura, hold on. Sean, Laura gave money to St. Jude. Laura absolutely has been giving money to St. Jude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and she's been showing receipts. Sean,
receipt.
Isn't Sean around in your chat all the time?
He means they, as in Wendy.
Oh, okay, I'm reading that wrong.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
but like I said,
you're in there.
What I did last night should put an end to anyone ever being able to pull this scam off again. Because anyone who saw what we did can go in if they see it being done and saying, you know what? Here's how you do it. You do direct, and people put it in the chat, and you praise them, and you thank them, and you celebrate it. And YouTube will not take 30%, and you don't have to wait and trust that someone's going to send it there, you know?
Well, why you would want YouTube to get 30% of any donation that should go to the children anyway is beyond me.
But that's the thing. I don't get, if she's so innocent, why didn't she just say what I said? And that, you know what? Don't super chat me for the next 6 months. We're going to donate to, thank you, Cheesy Mary. We're going to donate it to St. Jude. So don't super chat me. We're just going to do it that way.
And I was going to say, don't monetize for the first 6 months before you said that, Laura. Either way, like, and IBL, yeah. And who's been asking for super chats or who's been inviting super chats? Randy. She's like, no, super chat me if you want to. Like, I don't give a damn.
Walter donated $15, guys. Thank you.
Oh, awesome!
$25. Thank you.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, it is.
Absolutely do not. I wish I could turn off our super chat. Can I do it while we're live? I don't even know how.
I don't know.
But do not super chat us, donate to St. Jude's. And I hate to do that to be Hopey Dopey don't donate to us.
Oh my God.
drinking.
Hey, Silver Wings.
But thank you. Silver Wings. We were talking about you earlier.
Blue Ridge Silver.
But like, I don't see how, if she was so passionate about this, you know, the donations and the organization and
Blue Ridge.
Children, how can you be mad at $1 that went, regardless of how it got there? How can you be mad?
Exactly.
You know, whether it came from someone that you don't like or whatever, how can you be mad? She acts like Laura is the shit on the bottom of her shoe.
Yep.
But regardless, what Laura did helped a kid.
Yep.
And that's money out of my pocket. Like, I didn't have to do that.
Taking from your children.
Exactly. I didn't have to do it. Like someone else said, most businesses give $1.
You're fine, Hopi. Thank you,
Laura,
so much. Thank you.
Listen, it's a marketing move, and it's not anything bad or anything shady.
No.
You know, in the business that I used to own with my ex-husband, you know, and I've said this before. I said it, I think, on one of my last streams with Shell and MJ. You know, we had a different charity that we donated to every month, and we had a specific product we sold that month. And for every one of those products sold, we gave, you know, a certain amount to charity, and nobody said anything about it. This is not any different. It's a simple marketing move. And we didn't give the whole price of the product. We're running a business. We had employees, we had overhead, we have 401ks, insurance, all of the stuff that, you know, so we can't just give it totally away. You have to make some money off of the stuff that you're selling.
Absolutely.
And still give to charity. You didn't do anything wrong.
How much are they saying that you should be donating, Laura? Or how much should the candle profits should you be giving?
Wait,
what are they saying? How much are they saying that you should be? Sorry?
Oh, I don't know. I never pay that close attention.
Okay, let me just point out the obvious. Laura.
Yes.
Did you raise the price of your candles $5?
No, I lowered them actually.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
What you could have done is just continue to do business as usual. but you chose to take $5 of what you would normally keep for yourself and your expenses and give it to a charity.
Correct.
So there is the bottom line. There's no way that's a bad thing.
No, not at all. And I run specials all the time where I lower it even more.
And here's the other thing with that. Okay, were your sales higher? Maybe. I don't know. You know that. I don't. But still, you would have sold those candles at some point and kept that $5 to reinvest or whatever. But instead, you didn't. So, again, there's no argument for that.
And the fact of the matter is, if anybody else would have done this, it would have been no issue. But because it's Laura, there's a fucking issue.
Absolutely.
And they're picking at every freaking detail. It doesn't matter if she donated $1 for each candle. It's still more than what you're doing. So shut up.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I said, guaranteed that Randy and Wendy probably didn't donate, if anything, not much to St. Jude anyway. So
absolutely, Leanne.
What Laura has donated so far probably surpasses what they've donated in the YouTube lifetime that they've been,
I agree.
Streaming. So they really have no say of how Laura runs her operation.
Hey, Ben.
So I really don't care what
they're trying hard.
But at this point, Laura, it doesn't matter. And really, in reality, the masses are speaking, and they are like really on a little tiny dinghy hanging on for life over there. And we're like on a big, huge Jay-Z Beyonce yacht, and they're nice. Dinghy. And I think I'm going to poke a hole in it because I think they need to sink. Because I'm so sick of talking about it. Can we move on, really? Like, I'm so tired.
Well, can we acknowledge why? Let's just be real clear and honest about why they want to hurry up and rush everybody to just be done talking about this, right? And they want it to stop. They're attacking people saying, oh, you're profiting off of this, whatever. Let me just explain something. That's what toxic people do. They rush you into not having proper time to process your emotions, process how you feel about something, right? So a toxic person will push you into resolving something quickly. That way they can come back and say, no, that's already been resolved. No, that's already over and done with. Why are you bringing it back up again? I'm sorry, but that's not how normal people operate. People need time to process their feelings, process their emotions, especially when their voices are being muted, not heard, told to sit down, shut up, mind your own business, whatever. And so they want to hurry up and wrap it up and get it over with. And that's just not the way that people process things, And but it's their benefit to get it for us to shut up about it quicker.
Why is everyone a freaking liar? Why is everyone a liar and a piece of shit but them?
Because
that can't be possible. It can't.
No, we've heard Randy lie several times.
I know.
Yeah. But it always equals out to a misunderstanding, and within hours she comes back and says, well, it wasn't a lie. I just didn't really understand. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry.
I was humiliated.
Yesterday or the day before, I can't remember because it's all running together. She again said that Stellar compared himself to Jesus.
Did you hear her almost slip out with that again the other day?
She did. She got it all the way out, and then
she started saying it, and then she stopped herself. And I thought we've already addressed this, and you apologized that you misunderstood what he said. But then the other day, came out of her mouth again, and I thought, really, are you going to go back there and double down on that? Are you kidding me?
She just admitted that that's not what she meant, and just yesterday she said the shit again.
Because that's Randy. One thing I just want to say that I wanted to say before, and I lost train of thought. PF4 Carly was saying about people hurting. I have stressed this on my own panel many of times. What pisses me off, and I never donated, so I'm not one of them. But I have a lot of subs and Patreons that have donated over the years. And what pisses me off is that Diane and Randy and Diane's little croonies sit up there. Oh, let's just stop talking about it. But you know what? There's an entire OG drama community that hasn't had their feelings heard, that don't have channels, that haven't been made, that are being pushed aside like they're nothing. Like, why am I seeing this and I'm not even in the community?
People will stop talking about it when we're ready to stop talking about it.
I agree.
Right, exactly.
I totally agree.
And I'm not ready.
Hey, Stellar.
Well, I'm not ready either. And I think that a lot of the things that are being called out as people being liars is they're taking somebody having a different perspective about the situation and putting that out there as if it's a lie. No, it's not a lie. My perspective on the situation just happens to be different than your perspective. That doesn't make me a liar. That makes my perspective simply different than your perspective.
Absolutely.
It's laughable. Everyone's a liar but Diane and Randy.
Yeah, right. Stellar, that link is open if you have anything to say, or anybody else. That link is open.
After last night, I actually woke up this morning and I was done talking about it. I thought, you know what? I really feel like I can move on now. And I'm not, I was going to go live tonight and do something just fun. And I don't know if I'll go live tonight or not.
You guys, Blue Ridge is coming up. Sorry, Janie, to interrupt, but Blue Ridge is coming up too. But go ahead.
Good.
Well, I woke up thinking, you know what? I feel good. I feel good. And I feel like I can move on now. And I was going to let everyone else keep talking about it, but I was just going to kind of back up. But then I saw that community post and I thought, you know what? You could have just not said anything.
Mm-hmm. You could have just been happy that those kids got $800 and some.
Yeah. Or just said, you know what? I'm glad you raised that money, but I won't be taking it off what I feel I owe. And just leave it at that.
She did say thank you, but it was towards the end of the community post. Thank you for doing it for the kids.
Save face,
well,
of course.
Have you also noticed when Wendy types in chats or she types things on her community post, she does this low key. She types out her comments, right? It's got low key shade in it, but then she uses the
emojis.
The emojis like the I don't know, right? To soften the blow of what she's saying. As if I'm going to put this out there and it stings, and then I'm gonna make it less stingy and less, if I put this little emoji that says I don't know behind it. I see what you're doing.
I don't watch them. I have no idea what they think about me. I don't know. I don't watch them. I'm sorry.
So, if you have something negative to say, I'd much prefer, Wendy, that you just come out and say it without your little emojis, with your little shrugged shoulders behind it, as if, I don't know. Well, what do y'all think about that?
Or
no, you can take that two different ways. I don't know where. Oh, well.
Yeah, if you're going to
it's really clear that the concern was the drama factor. It wasn't to do with people donating money.
Just own your words.
If you want to be appreciative that people actually donated money to St. Jude, what has it got to do with however it was done? At least the money actually went there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. And of all people, you should know the importance of this. And the way that they treated you was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
I can say though that Wendy has always said sent prayers and stuff, but she's the only one out of all those people that has ever said anything like that.
But did she have your back after this is what I asked you last night. I think we got derailed. Did she have your back with the whole Diane thing? After Diane pretty much told you that, you need to take the video down or whatever. And I saw you in the chats. I didn't feel like you were being respected or your voice was heard. Do you
I haven't had any personal communication with Wendy.
No.
Than what I've said in a chat. So I don't know. I think that people not Wendy, but I think a lot of the mods that I thought had known me for a while just turned a blind eye, especially when I was calling stuff out and saying, why is this being said behind the scenes? I've got multiple people telling me, and they all just said, I never saw that. That never happened. But then,
of course
someone gave me the screenshots and I dropped it, and it did happen.
Susan Peach, 2550 to St. Jude. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh,
sorry if I missed anybody.
Yay, Susan. Love it.
Yeah, I feel in Blue Ridge, I honestly think that the majority of people honestly have your best interests at heart. And I believe that the majority of people are sincerely praying and
definitely.
the best. I don't think that anyone is like, oh, I don't care. I don't think that at all. And I don't even think Diane would, I mean, I don't know this woman, but I mean, I can't imagine that a human would want anything negative, to happen or whatever. But I really honestly think that everybody in this community wants the best for you and your child. But the way that they went about things, like, I just, as an outsider looking in, it was so hurtful to watch, but you handled it so well.
Right.
And I think that you did an amazing job, but we do honestly care, and we do honestly pray and watch and hope for the best, but
yes.
Thank you. Sorry, he's just like waking up, so I'm muting so that he's not super loud. No, I appreciate it. I think Diane, like I would have said like everyone's supporting me, but I think the one thing that really cut was when Diane had written in one of those things, just because she has a child with cancer doesn't mean she's not a liar.
Exactly.
So I'm just curious about what I've lied about. Still,
that is one of the most cold-hearted bitchiness things someone ever could say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true. Just because I do have a child doesn't mean I'm not a liar. But what have I lied about? Like, show it. What did I lie about?
Firstly, that sentence of, well, if she has a child with cancer doesn't mean, like, why would you even say that part? Let alone the part about you maybe
that's
being a liar.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you can leave off the whole first part of that sentence.
Right.
Why even tarnish her reputation? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I think that she's shown that that's what she does. As soon as anyone says anything that might, show what her character's like, she just automatically goes on a me campaign.
Oh, the bitch!
And she doesn't know me from Larry, so yeah.
Laura, quit cleaning your keyboard. Laura keeps cleaning her keyboard and it's kicking her out. Look, I ain't got time for this, Laura. Stop.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Isn't Wendy going live? I thought she said in that community post she thought she'd be
That's
going
what
live.
I swear I thought she was going to go live same time we were to just
I did too.
I think she's busy writing her notes from the stream so she knows what all she needs.
Oh, God.
Totally, I think so. Oh, Cuddlefish, I have a child with cancer who was a patient at St. Jude. If Diane said that to me, I would be so angry. I just that it truly feels like Diane slapped my son.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I mean,
so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's awful, Cuddlefish. I'm so sorry.
We're obviously in Australia, so my son's not at St. Jude's, but our team works directly with them. And I put up in my community post the photo where it shows all the hospitals that are involved in PRISM, the Zero Childhood Cancer project that he's enrolled in. And it shows St. Jude is like an affiliate, and like they all share research.
Right.
And then I've got a friend here whose daughter has a brain tumor, and her chemotherapy protocol comes directly from there.
Well, that must be just a horrible place to hang out too. I mean, not that you're hanging out, you know what I mean?
Trust me, I've met some of the most amazing people here.
Oh, you would, and the most amazing children, I bet.
Yeah, 100%.
No, what I
Get a keg.
Good Lord.
I just want to say congrats to Ben. He said he's been sober for 4 months, I believe.
Good job.
Oh, that's amazing.
Congratulations, Ben.
Oh, he said, you know what I'm going to do to celebrate 6 months? Coffee shop, get a cat. Oh, Lord. Congratulations to you, Ben.
Well, I take it back, Mr. Ben.
He says just joking, I think.
Right. Coffee is what he meant. Good deal, Ben. Congratulations.
And Blue Ridge,
everything here. Good deal.
Blue Ridge, can I just say to you that although I'm so sorry that you were dragged into this drama, and a lot of it, kept being focused on you, and your situation kept being brought up. But how thankful I am for you putting a face for everybody.
Absolutely.
To this situation.
Thanks,
so
guys.
I applaud you for that. Thank you for doing that.
I don't feel like I was dragged in. Like, I made a conscious decision to do that, and every time someone asked if they could share, I'd said yes. So I don't feel like I was dragged in.
Well,
at all.
I guess maybe that's the wrong way to say it, but
No, it's okay.
Coming after you, whatever. But for you stepping up and putting a face to this, I just think it made it so much more real for everyone. Yeah. So thank you for doing that.
Silverwing said that Blue Ridge changed everything for her. And I think I look at things different too. Not that I ever liked Diane, because honestly I never did, and I was really vocal about that. But the way that she treated her, as far as like trying to convince her that they were friends that time, I saw her doing that, like really rubbing the wrong way. Like, no.
Was that on Twitter?
We were friends before you even.
No, I think it was in Abe's chat, I think.
Yeah, but when
I can't remember where it was.
It was on somebody's chat. She was like,
But
"Come
it was in
on,
Abe's chat.
come on, now you know we were friends."
Yeah, Wendy was saying that.
Really?
Wendy was like, and Diane and I were such good friends with her, and why would she do this?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was great.
Well, and that's the same thing she did. She did to Blue Ridge. She did the same thing when she tried to go up and attack Sonia, right? And I took the link and went up there and put a stop to that bullshit because she tried to make it out like her and Sonia were friends. Let me explain something to you. Sonia is my very good friend, and I knew firsthand there were people in that chat attacking me, saying, "Oh, well, PF seems to know all the ins and outs of everybody's friendships." No, I don't. But I happen to know the ins and outs of how Sonia feels about Diane, and I was not going to sit up there and allow Diane to put this bullshit out there, like her and Sonia were any kind of friends whatsoever at all, and then turn around and drag her for filth. No, ma'am, you're not doing that. I'm not while I'm around.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was like when they said something about me only being friends with Kim over like other friends and stuff, and like how would she know who the hell I'm friends with? If I'm friends with them for money, let's just say how many people have offered to like support Archer and I. So many people have offered like financially to support Archer and I, and I've said no to every single person because in my real life I am supported. Yeah, I went to Diane for like ideas because you know what, she's supposedly this financial entrepreneur guru person. So I was like, hell, I'm like at a loss of what I can do to keep income coming in. You know, maybe she's got ideas. No, that gets thrown in my fucking face.
She didn't answer. You'd emailed her way before any of this had happened. Was it once or twice? And she never even replied to you.
No. So I did answer. I sent her an email and she did respond.
Right.
And we went back and forwards a bunch of times, and then my son went into hospital, and like so she'd said, you know, what's your PayPal? What's the link to your like GoFundMe that you guys already have? And I sent it all to her like as a way that she could vet it and see it, and it's got like my legal name and everything attached to it. I don't really care. But and then they'd gone into a stream and they were talking about like ideas. I think it was where the wish list idea came from. And I'd said, honestly, I'd prefer people if like for me to make a wish list rather than drop my PayPal, so that way they can see that they're actually helping me. And then I don't know if that started the wish list thing. But then I ended up sending her another email saying, hey, I think I'd be more comfortable with a wish list. And then I never ended up sending her the link to it. So, you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you, I don't know if you can see chat.
I can't.
But you can't right now?
No.
Laura, can you?
Yeah, I can see chat.
Caslin's asking you to apologize to Blue Ridge for her.
Oh. Well, Cassie,
for what?
Well, a good friend of mine, or used to be.
For what?
For everything that Diane and Wendy did. For everything.
Okay, thank you.
The whole community did.
But
when you released the private,
she feels bad for bringing out the private conversation concerning Blue Ridge.
I had it sent to me from like 3 different people, so I don't know if it came from her. I already knew about it.
Okay, I
don't
just said that.
No, I think there was someone that I didn't know, BTS or something, had said something about me speaking for me, and I don't even know who that is. So I thought it was interesting, but I never saw what they'd said either.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, what was his name? What was his
Tata
name?
T?
Something T? Yeah, Tata
Tata
T.
T.
Yeah.
Tata T.
What?
Oh, brother.
Oh, I hope he was just saying she remembers you from the guy that she couldn't remember the name of, and it would have been Tata T. Yeah.
Yeah, Tata T. A blast from the past.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of people come and go in this community.
You noticed how many people that used to be around in the OGDC have reemerged and popped up since, you know?
Yeah.
Even Sassy, like Sassy Cat, I don't know. I've seen her around a bit in the community I'm with Yabba, but she hasn't been around for ages, and I've just seen her in the chat here.
Right.
She used to get on panel and talk, you know. It was awesome.
Yeah. So many people just kind of filtered out and left, and I'm like, gosh, they've all just been kind of, I don't know, in lurking status or what.
I've been waiting for Obi to come back.
Obi's back.
Obi's back.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I heard Randy.
Oh my gosh, really?
Heard from the panel the other day. Randy said, "Oh my God, Obi, I've missed you." Yeah.
Name's no
reared
fear.
her head.
I saw that too. Lucy
name's
C
no
wants
fear
to
now.
know, are you talking about Kim Fisher? I think you are, right, Blue Ridge?
Yeah, Kim Fisher.
Yeah, Kim Fisher. Yeah, Laura.
Yeah. Sassy.
Laura ran over to the other side. I don't know. So did you guys happen to see, and Conklin, overly sexy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, Midwestern Mary? That's why I'm like, Obi's back?
Yeah, I saw something about that. I did see, did you guys see where Mac 11 apologized on Sam's
yes.
I don't understand that. Like,
see, I don't know too much history about that, but it honestly, I don't know how, Laura, how do you feel about that? Because I don't know too much history about her, but it really did sound sincere to me. Am I being fooled? I don't know.
my thing is, why didn't she apologize to me? Why didn't she apologize to? I didn't listen to it. I only heard about it. But I'm sitting there, from what I heard, I'm like, you had to give me the same amount of money you gave Diane. What? And I don't know.
Oh, did she go after you? See, I don't know anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know. Oh, the only thing that I got from that was, see, I knew that she was a, you know, like a diehard Diane ladies' night situation type girl. And then when all the shit came down, like she came to one of our streams and she super chatted us, and she, you know, like I was like, well, that's kind of weird, you know, I don't know her, but it was, you know, it was fine. And then like I saw her back around like Randy and Wendy, and I was like, okay, she's back over there, whatever. And I don't know her history or anything, but then I saw her in Sam's, and then her and Kat's got into it. And then she went up on panel, and then she said that she felt, you know, she felt betrayed, and she felt embarrassed that she stood by them, and she started kind of crying, and that, you know, she was basically like humiliated that she had gave all this money and stood behind them, and apologized to Corey for all that she did to her. And I don't know what yours, how you are connected to this. I don't know, but I don't know. She sounded sincere to me. I kind of felt bad.
She was my Patreon. She started actually with me. And then she went to Diane and Wendy and them. And I would be like, really? Like, really? And she was like, no, I like them. Da, da, da. I'm like, all right, whatever. And she would be my Patreon for like 3 days. Then she would cancel. She did this for like a year straight. But what I couldn't comprehend was, why were you in Diane and Wendy's stream when all they did was bash me, yet you still support me? that you can't have it both ways. You know, if they weren't talking about me, that's one thing. But all they do is talk about me every single day that they're live. So why are you supporting that? Yet you're supporting me. So I cut ties with her, and that was, you know, like I said, if they weren't talking about me, that would be one thing. You know, go where you want. But when someone is constantly bashing you, how are you supporting me and her at the same time?
So it's kind of like riding the fence. Like she was trying to be kind of everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And she never came into my stream and apologized. She goes to Sam's helper. Okay. It doesn't come to me to apologize? Nah. Fuck that.
All righty then. See, I didn't know. All I knew, but then again, like we never had been in your stream because of the shit we heard from them.
That's true.
So how would we know any different? Because we only saw Mach 11 at their shit.
Yeah.
You know, so we didn't know any different.
And isn't it sad though, looking back, how many people you may have missed out?
I'm telling you.
Oh, for sure.
Like, we are seeing so many more potential friends and you know, people that we connect with now that this shit has happened than we would have ever even thought about before. Mm-hmm. So I think this is like a good, not a good
thing that this happened, but like
to the kids, but it's a good thing that this shit came out because we were all so brainwashed by what these three did to us that even if we weren't friends with the three women, as a community, we were brainwashed by what they led us to believe about all these different people.
And we were too, about Sam and shoot the shit, and not so much Katie, but Sam shoot the, like they're so awful, you don't want to get close to them, you don't want to talk to them, they're the worst people in the world, and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, you tell me that, now I want to go see what they're about.
Yeah. Laura, Katz wants to know if Mach 11 goes where it's popular, like where everyone else is hanging out, I guess.
Probably. I would say definitely probably. I mean, I haven't spoken to Mach 11 in a while. But the fact that she can go on Sam Telfer's and apologize and not come where she started and apologize, yeah, that ain't cool. But that's just me.
Who was it that tweeted out the big eyelash sale at Dollar Tree? I don't know, Conklin, because I don't get my eyelashes at Dollar Tree.
You have. They had those eyelashes.
I did.
Yeah, don't freaking lie.
You talk so much shit. You put all my business out there. I should start a big DC drama shit about you.
Oh,
Howard. I did one time I found a damn pair of lashes at Dollar Tree. Never found them again.
Nope. Hey, I got you some big old ones that touch your eyebrows.
Can I ask if anybody else is living for Conklin's sexy socks? I am.
Oh my gosh.
If he puts them on with them damn sandals again, I'm going to block him and take his drink.
You know, I thought you two were lesbians the first night I saw you.
You know what though? Do you know what?
Married. So if we add up how many years we've been married, you know we are the oldest MFers around here. I've been married this year will be 24 years. You've been married how many years?
20.
She don't even know. You said how old
I got married in 94. I got married in 94.
I got married in 97.
I suck at math.
Yeah, me too. We went to the same damn high school. We barely met it.
27. I'm 27 years old and I was born in 94.
Can I just say that
Oh my
God, Blue, I could have had you. I could have.
I'm a baby.
I could have asked you.
Wait a minute, Carly.
Oh my God. Good God.
I've been with my husband going on 31 years. Carly?
I'm not selling.
Anyway, no, we are far from lesbians. I won't even hug her.
Well,
No,
I am not a
she's like,
hugger.
I go,
I am
like,
not
give me a hug, and she's like,
I give her the elbow.
The
I'm
first
not
Yeah.
coming on the trip.
Aw.
I
To
thought
be
we were
fair, she had
sister wives.
COVID, so.
No,
See-
what it was is the first night I watched you guys, she had said, "Oh, I go over to her house all the time," and I'm like, "Why? I wonder if they're lesbians."
Hey, Ms. Audrey.
We literally
No.
live like 4 minutes down the road from each
Yeah.
other. We went to high school
Listen.
together.
Every
Yeah.
straight married woman needs a wife, right? That's how
Right.
you keep your sanity.
Yeah, but neither of us cook or clean.
Our
no.
husbands do all that shit. Like, I don't even know why Housewives is in our name.
Right, right.
Because we are the most. My husband calls me the housewife that does not know housewife shit. Like, he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Now-
Housewives.
Now-
Thank you, Miss Audrey. Miss
used-
Audrey.
I
Miss
used to.
Audrey. Miss Audrey donated $50 to St. Jude's.
Oh,
Miss
wow.
Audrey!
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Go,
Thank you,
Audrey.
Miss Audrey.
I
Showing
love
your
it.
ass.
Now, I used to do the cooking and the cleaning, and then I had both my knees replaced, and then I just stopped doing anything.
Shows you how old we are. You see what I'm saying? I have at least 1 to 2 surgeries a year. It's my goal. I try to stick to it.
Just already had one this year.
That usually keeps me pretty laid up. Okay.
I got COVID and I can't move my arm now. I'm like,
Well, what kind
Oh,
of
I'm so
lesbian-
sorry about that.
Send us get well cards every 3 months that usually applies. All right.
I'm just waiting on my AARP card to come.
And mine are, yeah.
Hoping what I was
Laura, get the lesbian shit out of your mind. Okay. We
Twitter
are the,
wives. Opie.
No, I
Hopi, what I was trying to tell you, Hopi, was that I agreed with your comment that I do believe that you're correct. This is their worst nightmare come true.
Mm.
All of us over here speaking our minds freely, not being silenced, coming together. You're correct. I'm
Yes.
sure they're not liking it at all.
Not
Okay,
getting
my-
paid.
could you imagine a freaking panel that don't yell at each other?
I
Could
did
you
yell at you,
imagine
Mary.
it
I'm sorry.
happening in the DC? You burn everything I cook or Midwestern Mary, have you seen my daughter's brownies?
You do it
Oh.
too.
My daughter's brownies that she cooked in the fucking plastic lid.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Opie
Oh
is
my
on
God,
the.
dude.
I hope he's looking for a Twitter wife if anyone's interested.
Opie, come on over. Come on over.
Wendy says she
Diane,
doesn't do real life and will
Diane,
never be okay with it.
Stocks info from Angelo for MFW.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, remember?
what?
Oh,
I'm
yes.
quite holding for my
Yes.
husband though.
Wendy
no,
was
Phil.
on hundreds of panas after that, and
can't even
more.
give
You're
my
right,
husband away.
Sassy.
Yes, Sassy, and I saw those DMs with my own eyes. So she absolutely did do that.
Ooh.
What DMs? What I missed?
The hypocrisy.
Diane asking for Juan's information a long time back, trying to get the lowdown on somebody that she didn't care for.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
She's done that to me. She's done that to a couple of people. She did
Jasmina.
it to Ruth. She did it to Jasmina.
But let's
Oh, no,
not
that was
forget,
Diane.
Wendy
Wendy
doesn't
said she
like
did-
real lifers.
No, not at all.
I made a video about that earlier. Wendy don't like real lifers, but everybody in her corner is a real lifer. Go figure.
So I have a question. This is probably going to get me some hate, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it anyway. Does anybody remember, and I know, Laura, you weren't around for this, but the OGs will remember, after Wendy went on Dr. Phil, right? There was a lot of people that had questions. They were curious, right? And so she did her panel tour, right? From place to place to place, discussing in detail. And she would get so excited. Oh, I don't mind. Right. And so everybody had her on panel asking her all the details about Dr. Phil. Right. And every time that comes up, in fact, the other day I heard her say, somebody said, oh, would you ever consider going back on Dr. Phil with TT? And she laughed, right? She was almost giggly about it. Well, sure, I wouldn't mind doing an update. I don't know why you would ever want to go back on there again. But I kind of feel like this whole debacle with Diane, that, you know, people are like, oh, you don't need to answer any more questions, Wendy. I kind of feel like she's on that panel tour again, right? Just like she was after Dr. Phil, where she's like, oh, I don't mind answering questions. Y'all can ask me anything. Of course, when any one of us comes and asks her something, you know, we get shut down or told that she doesn't want to answer it or silenced or whatever. But does anybody notice the same pattern of behavior with her? It's almost like she's overly giddy and happy about going on panels and answering all these questions. I don't know. It's just a weird vibe. Is it just
like
me?
Kat says, Wendy loves attention, good or bad, and I think that's true.
Yeah,
100% true. And that's why she loved being, the co-host of Diane. It's like Diane didn't really talk much, if you remember. It was mostly Wendy ran that. Wendy ran the chat. Wendy ran the panel. Why don't you come up send a link, Diane, and I'll get them out of here. And she was doing it on Randy's the other night.
Yes.
Get out. Like, we don't want you here. Go away. And it wasn't even her chat.
Yeah, I still that. And I heard her say the other day, like, I'm tired of being, the tattletale of the community, whatever. But then, as soon as that comes out of her mouth, you see her, running into people's streams, telling them, who should and shouldn't be, in their chat. Exactly what you're talking about, Carly, right? Directing, and telling people to go away. It's not even your chat. You go control your own stream and who's coming in there. But it's still just directing everybody as to what they should and shouldn't be doing. I think maybe now, Wendy, is a time for you to take a step back and tone down this excessive controlling need to tell everybody what they should and shouldn't be doing. Now would be a time for you to take a seat and be a little bit more humble, just for a bit.
That's the one piece of this I don't understand. Wendy is very controlling. So you can't tell me for a year you sat back and said nothing. You're so controlling.
You're right.
You never question Diane on money, ever. Miscontrolling or tells Diane who to have on panel, what to do, how to do it, who to do it with, but yet you never questioned her. I find that
but Diane saying it's none of your business, Wendy, and Wendy, you're right, Laura. Wendy's sitting back and going, oh, no, you're right. I don't want to push that, I don't want to push it. No, that's not Wendy.
Blonde PT said, Wendy doesn't mind answering questions because her go-to response is, I don't know about that. I kind of feel like she's the new press secretary for the White House. I'm going to circle back around to that. But we never circle back around and get the answer,
Wendy's live, and it's titled The After Show.
Oh, really? Mary, stop picking on Sassy.
I bet Wendy mentions my name 36 times.
I have a question. Who actually dubbed this the drama community? It was Boyd, right?
Oh,
it wasn't us.
It was Katie.
Katie.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Katie.
Because remember, Yaba had it as, I feel like Boyd came in and then they were like distinguishing the difference between us and them.
Maybe
and it was the drama community.
Yeah.
I always remember us being called the drama community way before we got tangled up with the Boyd.
Yeah, no, I do too.
I don't know. I
Drama
just am
live.
thinking like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember much of anything, so no one ever asks me these questions.
Janie.
I just stumped Janie, sorry.
Yes, Mary, I like that. We're the trauma community now. I think that's an accurate description for sure.
I just always thought of it as like, it was like a lot of people that were kind of like similar and looking for an outlet, and then all this shit kept happening and people kept reacting to it. I never thought like, we want to perpetuate drama. I don't have a desire to perpetuate this sort of kind of behavior. They're over like this, like, we like slinging a bit of shit. I'm like, why?
I kind of liken, and this is a bad analogy, but I kind of liken it to like a married person's sex life. You have to keep upping your ante to make it interesting and staying there, right? I feel like that's the same as the drama community. I feel like we have to keep, like, we were all here, with our issues or whatever, and we wanted to come together and we had somewhere to hang out and, and we were all accepted. And then we had to keep upping the ante. Well, not us personally, but it had to keep getting more dramatic and more whatever. There was no need for it, obviously, but that's what happened.
I'm going to make an admission right now before I forget. When I first got up here on panel, I think it was PF, but it might have been Carly, who said what you did last night was a really good thing. And I'll admit that I went into panic mode because I was like, oh my God, what did I do last night?
Really?
How terrible my memory is.
Good Lord.
What did you do last summer?
So yeah, I'm just saying, if you have history questions, never come to me.
Everyone remember that.
I'm slightly
Hey,
embarrassed.
Jamie, what was the first date of the first ever drama? Go.
I have no idea.
Okay, go.
Okay, go.
I have no idea.
What did you have for dinner last night, Janie?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
See, this is why I'm going to prison if they ever ask me for an alibi.
I got a question for any of you guys, any of the OG drama. How come, in your opinions, because there's no real answer, just opinion, in your opinions, why do you think that people like, Shell, actually this was good for you. Why do you think that Randy and Wendy could drop you guys so fast, but they can't let go of Diane?
Because we're not
no
drama.
Personal relationship with her, so
Shell,
not
same.
in it.
Because we don't do drama.
I think that, that they are highly attracted to anybody that feeds into the drama scenario.
Shell didn't benefit them money-wise.
Yeah, but Shell said they were friends outside of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she didn't pay to get her new floors.
Who did that? I keep hearing different people.
Do you know what I see?
No. I just remembered. Sorry.
What I see in common with everyone on this panel and with most of the people who end up being excluded from the quote unquote group is that none of us are followers.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I said that earlier.
We aren't led easily.
Mm-mm.
And we don't mind to step out of line when we see that it's not like that, you know? Like if someone says, oh my God, Shell is just horrible and she's ugly and blah, blah, blah. And I would say, Shell is beautiful. I'm not afraid to say that. That's just an example.
Well, and here's another thing too was I went against the grain a lot when people were making fun of Rebecca for her looks and stuff. And I would say, you guys, I understand Rebecca has done some pretty shitty things. Attack her for that if you want to attack her at all, but stop with her looks. That's shitty.
That's what I'm saying. We're not afraid to say, you know, even though someone's behavior is terrible, we're not going to say, oh my God, she's the ugliest person I've ever seen.
Right.
I can still say, well, you know, TT is certainly behaving badly, but she looks amazing in that dress.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yep.
And they hate that you would even say something nice about something.
Sassy summed it up right? She said, if anyone can be utilized in some way, they are seen as important. And I've always had a feeling, right, especially when I went into Randy's streams, that I was low-key tolerated, right? It wasn't like, woohoo, you know, it was just kind of like, I have to tolerate her, right? She hasn't done anything for me to attack her, shun her, kick her out. So I'm going to low-key tolerate her. Is basically how I felt the majority of the time.
Do you know why? And I said it in the chat before. People like you, Silverwings, Janie, because you're loved and respected, it intimidates them.
Oh, I agree.
I'm gonna say, and I don't know this to be true. I don't, because like I said, Shell's relationship with them was never discussed between me and Shell. As close as we are, and we've been friends since 10th grade, which was 1991. That's almost 30. Well, it's 30 years.
It's well over 30 years.
Wow.
We respect boundaries.
You just said before I was born.
What?
Wait a minute, what?
Whoever just said before I was born.
That was me.
I love you. I love you.
Carly, you've got to go now.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was Blue Ridge. It was
Like I said, I could have birthed you, but we're gonna allow that, okay? That's why we love you so much. But anywho, while we were thinking about birthing Blue Ridge, while we were in high school, we have boundaries in our friendship, which is, I think, why we have been friends so long. She has her friends, I have my friends. We don't always agree. Matter of fact, we never agree.
No.
That's why I think we bounce off each other like we do. But the thing
But we
is,
respect each other enough.
We respect the fact that she lets me go my way, she goes her way.
Okay.
I never pried in her relationship or her friendship with them. And the thing about them was, I think that they probably wanted to get information out of Shell that they never got. And that's why they weren't really too pressed about losing the friendship with Shell, because Shell wasn't a priority for them. She didn't really
and that's the thing.
much. She didn't give them scoop. She didn't give them tea.
I wasn't willing to be a fall guy for nobody.
Well, yeah, and you didn't give them anything of
value.
You weren't, nothing of value. So, a friendship wasn't enough for them. So to she was disposable to them, and
I would honestly hope that was not the case in either of them. You know what I mean? With our friendships, I would really hope, and if that is truly how other people would see it, that hurt my heart.
Well, and not to put Shell's business out there.
Me and Diane were never friends.
No,
I was never friends with that bitch.
That's not, Diane was never fucking a factor in none of this.
Hell to the no.
I don't know how anyone can be friends with her, just off topic.
With Randy and Wendy and Shell recently on and you guys all know, it's not a Discord call, it's not we have a coffee chat call in the morning. We all
it's
get
the
on
Google
call,
Meets.
looking a fucking hot mess in the morning. We all sit and talk. It's not about YouTube. We're, we just talk in the mornings. But, when all this was going down and Shell was realizing that they didn't give a fuck about her, she had a breakdown. You know what I mean? And it was sad. And it was the reality.
Because I personally take my friendships very, very personal.
And it was a thing and I don't know if she wanted me to tell you guys this, but the thing is, if Wendy is listening or if Randy is listening, I want you bitches to know that I've been warning her about you dumb assholes for fucking months. And she didn't listen. But now that you fucking proved what the fuck I was trying to tell my friend, not your friend, now that she knows, y'all broke her down. She fucking cried. And it was a fucking mess because of what y'all fucking did to her. You know what I mean? I had to let her learn the hard way because that's what the fuck I had to do. But you guys are fucking terrible fucking friends. I don't care how many times I hear Randy say, I'm a good fucking friend. No, you're not. You don't even know what it is to be a friend. I don't think you've ever had a friend. And that's fucking sad. But I don't even know if Wendy's fucking Wendy, to be honest. She goes with the fucking flow. Wendy's fucking weird, to be fucking all the way real. She's weird to me. She's almost as mysterious as fucking Diane.
Well, and her attitude changes depending on even on this current situation, right? Depending on who she's around, who she's talking to. So she was one way when she was talking to Chasing Truth. She's another way when she was on panel or when I was up there talking to her. She's another way when she's by herself. She was completely different way, right? When she got cornered by Sam and Yaba, right? You can see her demeanor change depending on who she's speaking to.
Hi, Keith.
And that's what I have a problem with, because it should stay the same no matter who you're speaking to. If you're telling the truth and you're being legitimate, your energy should be matched across the board, and hers is not. Yeah. It depends on who's talking to her at the time.
Yeah, it's like
it's very disingenuous.
I'm not Shell's mother. I'm not going to fucking go out there and defend Shell like she's my child. That's not my job. But I'm going to sit back. I'm going to let Shell do her thing. But when I see you fucking disrespect her, and I see you not even acknowledge your fucking friendship in front of a whole fucking 300, 400 people and act like you don't even fucking know her, like, what the fuck you expect me to do, Wendy? Okay, I know you have a relationship with her outside of fucking YouTube, and you're acting like you don't even know her. You was just fucking calling her when she was in the hospital with COVID, but you're acting like the Amanda Lynn, who God knows where the fuck she fell out of. Like, where the fuck did she come from?
I don't know.
The end all be all of the DC. Where the fuck was she a year ago? I don't even know who the fuck she is.
Oh my God, I'm so with you with that. I have no idea who most of these people are.
Right?
And I'm saying, like, you act like to Amanda Lynn that you gotta fucking defend your friendship with Shell, or act like that you don't know who the fuck we are. You know, so I finally have my breaking point where I had to fucking say something to your ass about how you.
And I don't need anyone to defend me.
That's my friend. That's my fucking friend. That's not your friend. That's my friend. So now you need to fucking answer to me. Why the fuck are you denying your friendship with her to the rest of the fucking YouTube world? Because you was just calling her, asking her how she was in the fucking hospital a week ago. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking fake are you?
Well, can we just take a minute and think about how controlled Wendy's response was when this scandal broke about Diane, right? When she came up, and after they had that long 6-hour call, right? She came on. Hey, Keith. She came on, and she was able to control what she was saying, her emotions, all of that. So if you have that much control over something that you claim is so traumatic to you, it's been triggering, your anxiety has been through the roof. In fact, it's been so triggering and so perplexing and confusing to you, no pun, Laura, that you couldn't even open fucking Christmas presents from her, right? Because it was so upsetting.
Oh my God.
You can't control your response in regards to Laura or any of the other fucking people that you drag. Explain that to me, right? You can control how you presented the information. You can control your response and your rage towards Diane, but you don't have the ability to control your outburst in regards to anybody else. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that bullshit, Wendy. Not for a second. No, ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what her mental.
Hey, Vintage.
I don't know what her High Vintage. I don't know what her mental situation is, and I'm the least person. I know Silver Wings is in here, and she can verify this to the last breath. Okay. I'm the last person that will ever drag anybody for a mental issue. Like, I suffer from PTSD, bipolar, depression, anxiety, all that shit. I will never, ever, ever down anybody for a mental condition. I know Janie knows that. Never, ever, 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 ever. So if Wendy suffers from that type of shit, God bless her. Like, I know the struggle. Shell knows I know the struggle. But let me tell you something. I suffer from that, and I treat myself every day. I fight that shit every day. I get treatment every day. I medicate myself every day, and I do what I have to do to better myself every day. So if there's an issue with opening a fucking present, Wendy, you need to do something to figure out how to open that goddamn present. You know what I mean?
Okay, so my issue with
been
that
through that is worse than what I've been through. I promise you that. So whatever that issue is, you need to figure it the fuck out.
She does, and I would never mental health shame anybody. Absolutely, I've had those struggles myself too.
I'm not doing that at all.
No,
but I don't understand how you can control a response, have such a controlled response over something that should be even more upsetting to you than anything that you ever went after Laura about. You don't have a personal relationship with Laura. And I sat back and we all begged him, stop fucking with true crime. I don't give a shit about Laura or any of those fucking people over there. No offense. But
no offense, Laura.
Right? And we're like, just knock it off. I don't want to know these people. There's enough
it's true.
bullshit over here in the DC. They insisted. Right. They insisted on dragging all of those people over here. Right. So then we didn't have a choice but to get to know them. But you would have thought that she had some personal, intimate relationship with Laura, the way that they would just get so enraged and go off in this back and forth attacking whatever. But I don't. But I see this controlled response coming out of her when it's somebody that she claims to be BFFs with on and off of YouTube. I'm sorry, but that's not lining up for me. Because I'm telling you, somebody that I have a personal relationship with, you're going to see me, if I find out that they've been fucking over not only me, but an entire community that I supposedly love as much as Wendy claims to love, I think that I'd have a little bit more of a triggered reaction or more of an emotional response. Her ability to publicly control that was a huge red flag to me. It just doesn't add up.
Wendy's really not happy with the OGs. I can tell you that much because I left a comment under her video, one of her streams where she had two of the true crime people on with her. They're both mods of hers, as far as I know. And they came on, I can't remember what it was about. I think it was after the Discord. Yeah, after the call was leaked. Well, not leaked, but was put out by Sweet. And Wendy came on to talk about that, and there was two of the true crime people. I'm saying that because they're not DC. And I said under her video or stream that who are these people? Like, we don't want to hear from them. We want to hear from you. And she said, basically, don't disrespect them. They're my friends, and I don't see the OGs up here with me, having my back.
Because she's throwing the OGs away.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, well, what do you expect from us? You don't care. You don't give a shit about us.
Hi, Mama Cat.
Hey, Mama Cat.
Hey, Mama Cat.
Hey.
No, and I asked you, do you want to have a circle of friends who only tell you what you want to hear, who only, co-sign your, whatever bullshit you're throwing out there or whatever bullshit is going on? Or do you want to have real friends that you had in OGDC people who will support you, but who will also come and tell you, no, this is not okay. No, this is wrong. No, we're worried about you. And I'll tell you at the beginning of this, everything that I came out and said was out of concern for Randy and Wendy until it continued on and more started to reveal itself, right? But we were all treated as if, I don't know. I just can't. It just...
Like, how dare you even speak to me?
Yeah, right. Cass just said, push back equals love. If you care, we will talk. And I agree with that. And Shell will tell you, I'm the most standoffish friend that you can have. And I am the most, I am so hardcore with Shell. I'm surprised she's still my friend. Because
I appreciate that.
I'm almost to the point I'm rude with her because I just can't. I can't do it. I can't sugarcoat shit. Like, if I feel like she's doing something wrong, I just can't. Where she's
a true friend.
Yeah,
she is a true friend.
Like, even in her life, just in general, like, it doesn't have to be just about her. Like, in her life, if I see something that I feel is wrong, I'm like, you're stupid. Why are you even looking at it that way? Do you not see what I see? Like, I'm so rude. And you know what I mean? Like, and I catch myself being rude.
And I'm the same way with you.
Yeah, but I'm kind of more harsh than
you are. You're more of a bitch about it. Yeah.
Even when she was in the hospital with COVID, and I swear this happened, she was in the hospital with COVID, and I felt like I cared more about her in my mind. I cared more about her health than she did. And I just happened to have an appointment with my psychiatrist like during that time. And I told my psychiatrist, I was like, I'm angry with her because I feel like that she's not taking this as serious as I am. And my psychiatrist talked me through it, and she was like, this is part of your illness. You think so far ahead, and you're so, you know what I mean, so tunnel visioned. And she talked me through it. And she was like, how does she feel about that? I was like, she just takes it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She never corrects me. And I'm like, I just get so mad. And sometimes I have to just stop texting and just take a break because she makes me so mad. And it's because I'm like, why haven't you asked the doctor? What do you mean you haven't asked? Like, you need to ask. This could save your life. And Shell's like, I don't know. I just didn't think about it. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you didn't ask? You know what I mean?
But see, I was also so exhausted that I didn't feel like texting 50,000 words to explain everything.
That's what my psychiatrist told me. She was like, do you understand that she's sick? She's got a fever. She's on medication. She has COVID. I'm like, I don't care.
I didn't even want to text Andy back.
Hi, Stacey.
But isn't that what we expect our friends to do?
Yes.
That's what I do with my friends, right? I call them out on their bullshit. I tell them the hard truths. And then I love the hell out of them when they come out of it on the other side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like now that she's singing and got her lungs back, I want to punch her in the throat. You know what I mean?
You know what? Can I address this, Audrey, real quick? This Audrey said the perfect thing. I have seen OG subscribers question from the panel like, who are you? I would sit there and think, you know exactly who that person is, the same person that has supported this channel for years.
Yes.
I am so glad that you said that, Miss Audrey, because I was on panel, and I think it was when I was on panel with Wendy, and I saw another person from the OG DC calling me out and actually said to me from the chat, who in the hell do you think you are all of a sudden? And I thought, I'm sorry, because I don't have, until recently, haven't uploaded anything on my channel, and I'm just a lowly subscriber, that I'm not allowed to speak up and have an opinion. What do you mean, who in the hell do I think I am all of a sudden? I think I'm a member of this community. I think I have an opinion, and I think I have a right to speak and voice that opinion.
Just
who
because you don't have
someone say the exact same thing to me, but they said, because I said something like, oh, I can't get down with the drama stuff, and someone's like, well, Blue Ridge, if you don't like drama, get out of the drama community. And I was like, who the hell are you? I've never seen your name before. And then Carly was there, and she's like, don't you dare speak to Blue Ridge that way. And I was like, go Carly.
My response is, who the hell do you think you are asking me all of a sudden who the hell I think I am?
Right.
Exactly.
I didn't
just because our gangsters, just leave it alone. We're not old gals. Leave it alone. You're over there wearing socks and sandals, okay? Your opinion doesn't matter right now, all right?
And just because people don't have a channel or are a content creator or do live streams or whatever does not make them any less important in this community. If it weren't for these people.
Speaking of that shit, remember how I fell out with Randy and Sin a few months ago? Because Sin told me. Sin, who does not have a channel or fucking any content whatsoever, little Randy's little chihuahua over there barking up shit every fucking day of her life, told me, well, if you want to be relevant and in the DC, then you need to fucking abide by the rules or whatever the fuck she said. What?
Where the hell's the rule book?
I was going to say, I was never issued a
I wasn't either.
I want to be in the DC. I said, we've been making fucking videos and shit for 4 fucking years. What the fuck have you done? I was like, just because we aren't like actively like in drama, like swatting people and shit. I was like, Sin, what the fuck back? And
I haven't even noticed her till last year.
Sin and Randy.
If somebody
I
could
didn't
pull
even
out
know
the
who that
handbook
is.
where I signed it and said I agree to the terms and conditions, I'd be really glad to see.
Why are you? No, you're not a dumbass. Don't say that.
Who said that?
Dot.
Where was
This
the
is my last comment
application
anyway, because I'm a
to
dumbass.
enter the DC? First of all, we didn't never fucking sign up to be in the DC. Somehow
we just landed here.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't even know how we got here. Honestly, I don't even know how.
Someone told me you need to go check out these people. They're hilarious, and it was shoot the shit. And it was just
we just kind of fell into this shit. I didn't ask you here.
Dot, you're perfectly safe here in this chat. People are allowed to say whatever they want here, and it's okay. Oh,
yes,
good.
Absolutely.
Dot, okay. She said she was joking. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you're safe here. You're safe.
Sin will not be escorting me out of nothing. I'll tell you that much.
But where did she come from? Was she called something else before? Because I only noticed her last year. And apparently she's OG.
Carly, same.
Sin's OG?
Sin, yeah, apparently.
Secretary.
Yeah.
Sin shit.
Really? I don't even know who that is.
I really just took notice of her, honestly, Carly, about a year ago myself.
Yeah, that's when I noticed her around.
I don't remember. Exactly, Lucy. I'm the same. I don't.
And if Sin's hearing me right now, Sin's fucking losing her goddamn mind. Sin's a fucking
whatever.
Take notes, Sin. Fuck out of here.
Yep.
Sin,
I only noticed Sin over the last year.
Same.
Maybe year and a half. Maybe year and a half.
Matter of fact, Sin will come sniffing if I talk about Randy. Randy's fucking a dummy head. Come on, Sin. Come on. Come sniffing. Come on, Sin. Come on. Come on.
Beetlejuice.
MJ.
And this is why I don't like to do drama.
Honestly, I think that they are just thinking they're losing their top tier
Teresa,
status
that's
in this
perfectly
community.
fine. Everyone
Teresa,
can like
I
what
don't
they
even know
want.
Sin to say that I don't like I don't say
Yeah.
I can't even speak right now. I don't know her to say I don't like her. I just haven't noticed her until.
Well, she used to attack our group when assuming that we were talking about their group when we weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, God's honest truth, like we'll be on a chat in the morning and like I said, there could be like 6 to 7 of us on a call and we would be talking about like literally one of us had shit, like swear to God. Like sorry for anybody that offends, but like we're classy ladies and all these
Right. You know, I'm sorry, we do poop.
We got shit sometimes. Sometimes we run off and somebody's gone for 5 minutes. So we assume they're shit. So we'll post damn shit gifts on Twitter, right? So these dumbasses go off and think that we're talking about them. We weren't even thinking about you at 9 o'clock in the morning, you dumb.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Sin's never done anything to me personally. I just feel uncomfortable now that all of this drama is going on because I see how hard she rides for Randy. So I feel put in a position that I feel like around a lot of people in this community at times where I have to walk on eggshells. I can't say what my thoughts and feelings are or express my frustrations.
Or you're going to be attacked.
Where I feel like I'm going to be attacked. That's my issue. So
I really liked seeing.
I've distanced myself, you know?
We even swapped addresses, but this whole thing, I don't know. She saw me saying something about Randy, and it wouldn't have been like I was dragging Randy for filth or anything. I just would have been making an observation, and she blocked me on YouTube, and I was like, really? That's
Carly,
pretty lame.
Nothing. It could be
Teresa, you're always welcome here.
Teresa, of course. What is that? Our Teresa? Are you serious?
Yeah, Teresa.
What?
Teresa,
absolutely. We do not care what side you're on. Seriously,
No.
You can still be.
There aren't any sides.
We do not
No.
care.
No, we don't.
Teresa, that exact comment is exactly the problem. Is that everybody that went to Diane and Wendy thought that they were a group. They thought that they were somebody. They thought that, you know, here we feel we fit in, we're liked, everything else. And then all of a sudden that whole thing breaks up. And the other leader of that crew wants nothing to do with acknowledging anybody else's feelings.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
Teresa's always been cool with us. I would never make Teresa pick sides.
No, absolutely. I would make anybody pick sides. And that's the thing is, we want people to be able to feel comfortable on if they are best friends with Wendy, best friends with Randy, to be able to speak their mind in here and not be timed out, not be blocked.
Like Hopi said, Sin's never been anything but good to Hopi. Good for you, but Sin has come at me. You know what I mean? Good for y'all that have not been attacked by the barking chihuahua that is Sin, but she has attacked us. You know
she's not ever done anything to me. She's never been anything Hopi but nice to me either. But my problem is I don't want to be around somebody and it makes me sad that I feel like I have to walk on eggshells. If I have to, and there's many times, right? At the beginning of all of this, I thought, oh my gosh, if I tweet about something or if I like a tweet, whatever, is somebody out there monitoring who liked that tweet that was against Randy? I don't want to have to monitor my thoughts.
You know? Keith's in here. Bunny's little crush is in here. He said eggshells is pretty tough, especially when you
and I absolutely hate that Sin got a wellness check done on her.
Yes,
absolutely hate that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that had happened. That's fucking.
It's messed up.
Yep, and she has a handicapped son who's like, I think he's 31.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve that at all.
No, nobody does.
And to be on, to say something positive about Sin, and I'll tell you this right now: when Children's Services called me, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, and said that my godson was back in foster care. I know some of you guys don't know the story, but my godson, his mother is on drugs or whatever, but he's been in our life since he was 6 months old. For the majority of the time, we've had custody, but she goes off drugs, gets custody back, whatever. It's been back and forth. So last Christmas, just like a week before Christmas, they called and it was kind of late. They said, can we drop him off? Of course we take him. It was going to be like a permanent situation because I don't know, we were going to have to put him in school and stuff. It's a long story. But anyway, Sin did reach out to me and ask me in DMs privately if we needed help, if he needed clothes, if he needed money, if he needed anything.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
And I do appreciate that from Sin. Honestly, I do. I think Sin's heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Sin is just very, very, very passionate about her friendship with Randy.
Yes.
I just don't appreciate the fact that Sin came at us for absolutely the situation was stupid. It was stupid. And the thing that she said to me about well, if you want to be here, then you'll do this. That was wrong, and I don't know. I've had a bad taste in my mouth ever since this shit's been going on. And I've seen a lot of things that Sin's been doing to other people.
And I think that Therese is right. She's a good person. She loves really hard. But when you love somebody that passionately that you're willing to go around and fight all their battles for them, it's a turnoff to some people because it makes people nervous. It makes you nervous because it makes you feel like you aren't free to express your frustration or if you have a problem. And I've spent a lot of time in my real life walking on eggshells with my ex-husband. I sure as fuck am not going to come to YouTube and have to walk on eggshells. I mean, we went through all that crap with Katie, right? And everybody was afraid to say this or afraid of where they can go. And I thought that we were done with all of that. So I have to just put a little distance between me and anybody that I feel like I can't express my thoughts and feelings without being monitored, But I don't think it's coming from a bad place. I think it's genuinely coming from that she genuinely loves and cares about Randy,
And I
feel like it's a boundary
thing. That equally.
No, exactly. And it makes me, I don't respect that. I don't feel comfortable with that she fights so hard for her. It's a boundary thing for me. You're right. I don't think Randy respects it or I don't think she appreciates it, and she doesn't return it at all. Sin gets dragged for liking Randy, obviously, or fighting hard for Randy. And where's Randy saying, oh, no, Sin shouldn't be I've never heard her say anything about Sin getting dragged or because of her, or she just doesn't. She doesn't.
It's not reciprocated.
No, exactly not.
Yeah.
Hey, Kate Smalls, I just noticed you were in here.
Because, I mean, I even remember one day Randy was on a stream and Sin came in and said something and she kind of mumbled under her breath and she was like, she said her name and she was like, oh, I can't deal with that today.
Yeah,
and it was very obvious that she was talking about Sin. And it hurt my heart because I thought, this woman is running around riding hard for you. And I heard what you mumbled under your breath. I mean, I'm sure anybody that was paying attention could have heard it. And I don't see the reciprocity in that friendship. And that makes me sad.
It is sad.
That Sin gets dragged by FOD when Sin goes over there to start a fight.
Hopi for sure.
Oh, absolutely, Hopi.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've learned that the hard way with a lot of people around here that I rode hard for and fought hard for. I've gained a lot of people that hated me or didn't like me or got a lot of bullshit in the beginning when I first came around. And when my ass was in the hot seat, not a one of those people stood up and had my back. None of them.
Night, Stephanie.
Good night, Stephanie.
Talk to you in the morning.
Night, Stephanie.
Stephanie.
If I know the facts about that person and what they're being dragged for, then I go in and, I'll have my say. But if I don't know facts, I'm not going to go in there and say anything because I used to do that all the time. And I hate spouting these things like, having someone's back and not knowing exactly what's happened in the past. I just won't do it anymore.
Well, I know with us, with our, tight circle or what, I mean, of course, we're friends with a lot of you guys, but with our tight circle, we have made it a rule. If we go into, battle or whatever, like, we stay out of each other's shit. Like, we don't go in, like, group fight. It's just like Michelle Lynn went in and she ended up getting into it with Wendy. And then what is that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Is someone listening?
Yeah, I don't know. But
sounds like Wheel of Fortune.
I don't know where that's coming from. But I know Michelle Lynn, I don't know if any of you guys saw that. It was a few days ago or maybe a week ago. Nobody's thing is lighting up, so I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know. I'm trying to see.
But anyway, it kind of looked like we weren't defending her, but that's not what it was. Like, we have a pact. If you go into battle, you are on your own unless we absolutely need to go in. Because we don't ever want to look like that we're like gang, like going in 6 after 1 or you know what I mean? Like, if you go in, you're on your own.
Right, exactly.
We absolutely have to defend each other, just like Shell. Shell was in there with Wendy, and I was watching, and I was watching, and I was watching, and I was mad, and I was mad.
I was handling it.
But I let her do her thing until Wendy absolutely let her fall till the end, and then I made a comment. You know what I mean? And just like with just like when Michelle Lynn did her thing and they were attacking her, and I wanted to say something so bad, but I just let Michelle handle it, and she did fine. And I want them to see.
Well, and that's the thing, the whole gang mentality, or the whole
jump on them.
The what is the gang mentality? The mob mentality that they like to say. No, that's not happening. There's just so many people in this community pissed off that it's more people pissed off than not.
I don't know.
Thank you, Mary.
They just seem to think that we're all after them and the mob mentality. Yeah, and it's not even happening like that. That's how they go after us. Like, we're not doing that to them.
If you go into, like, I've always stopped myself from saying something in Randy's or something in Diane's or Wendy's, whatever, because you notice the whole chat just starts at you. And you get like a barrage of comments that, what are you doing here? Why are you listening? Oh, you're not blah, blah, blah. We don't know who you are, whatever. I won't comment in there unless I really, really have to, because I hate that everyone jumping on you. I hate it.
Yeah, Hopi, I know. Hopi, I get what you're saying, where you say that you kind of want to know someone's in there with you. Like when that shit was happening to Michelle, I was texting her the whole time. Like, you want me to go in? You want me to go in? You want me to go in? And she was like, I'm fine. I got it. Trust me. I was right there at the sidelines, ready to go anytime. Like,
well, and my grandson had just got home. If my grandson had not just got home, I would have been able to go more, or I would have gone up on panel.
Yeah, like, well, this was a Twitter back and forth that she was doing. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Hopi, and you know that my mouth, I ain't really got a filter, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and the same Silver Wings. There's only a handful of people. Like, I know with Cash, with Penny, with Hippie, Peace, and Amanda, like, they don't expect me to do it, but I'm probably going to do it if it's them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just like when that situation, like Miss Audrey, when that situation happened when me and Diane got into it about those Amazon wishlist receipts. And I said that, and Diane called me a liar and all that stuff. And Miss Audrey was like, no, it happened to me too. And then it was like, it had more validity because Miss Audrey said it, and it goes to show, like, okay, well, it was all good when she called me a liar, but then when she called her a liar, you know what I mean? Like, people kind of paid more attention when they were like, oh, well, I know Miss Audrey wouldn't lie, but I don't know. It's just whatever.
I'm starting to think it's a badge of honor to be called a liar by Diane. So I'll take it any fucking day of the week, Diane.
Right?
Yeah, that. I'm gonna cut out. I literally almost just set my whole house on fire.
Oh my
God. Good.
When I got super quiet, I was cleaning it. I had a candle lit on my desk, and I was cleaning my desk, and my back was towards the other way. And all of a sudden, I smell something, and I look, and my hat is burnt. And
burning down the house.
I have 2 monitors. I'm like freaking out. I grab the hat, I bring it to the sink. Flames, the parts of the hat fall on the floor, and I put those out, come back to my desk, and my desk is burning. Not my desk.
Oh my gosh.
But I bought my son, and then before I got him his new desk, a extra large gaming mouse top thing that you put on top of your desk, and it's an automatic mouse pad. I highly recommend it because it did not go in flames.
Oh,
it burned a little piece. But I mean, my hat is gone. There's like 3/4 of this baseball hat are gone.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You're so lucky.
It stayed right on. It didn't even hit my monitor. And it was like right behind my monitor. So I go grab water. I put it out. Then there's flames on the floor. So I put those out. I got carpeting. Put those out. Then I still smell something. I turn around, and the carpet next to my bed, right next to the that covers the doggy steps, that's burning. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, Mary. Was it the yo candle? Everything's Diane's fault, right?
It is her fault.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I think it was.
She voodooed you, Laura. She's a
I kid you
not. Name
not.
it the 666 candle from now on.
So
I hope your next stream with the roof. The roof.
Holy
right.
The fact that blanket that covers the doggy steps did not burn. I mean, it was literally on flames, but it was so contained, like it just stayed right there. And then even my desktop, like this hat is gone. It's 3/4 gone, yet there's only a little burn on the mouse pad. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Silver Wings is
wants receipts,
or it didn't happen.
I cannot even believe that like nothing burned up. Like I'm in the middle of cleaning. I got shit everywhere. My whole room. Like a second.
That's so scary.
I knew like it was like the flames just wouldn't end. And
that's how quickly it spreads.
Blow my candle out.
It's
right, Luke.
It was so weird. That's never happened before. I'm 50 years old. It's never happened. And that was scary. And I just can't believe that. I mean, I'm looking at the blanket and at the very bottom is burned. The carpet is burned. But I'm looking at him like, how the fuck did that not burst in flames? Like, that's a blanket. It should have just gone up in flames. It didn't, thank God.
In case someone's screaming, that's karma, though.
I'm sure.
Weird.
They're over in Wendy's screaming, karma, karma.
All right.
Laura got her karma. That bitch.
Laura, I have really long hair, and I was sitting at my sister's years ago, and she had a candle burning. It was sitting, right there on the table next to me. And I leaned over and I was looking at something, and I didn't realize that my long hair was sitting in the candle, and I sat up, and like the whole side of my head was on fire.
Oh my God.
It's like your whole side of your hair is just in flames.
Oh my gosh.
One of my good friends back in the 90s, she was having a bong and she was lighting it with the lighter, and we wore a lot of hairspray back in those days, and her whole fringe just went up in flames, and we're trying to tell her. She had no idea. She's just sucking on this bong.
Oh my gosh.
This is back before I was born.
Yes, it was before you were born.
Right, Lucy? It's scary as hell when you stand up and the whole half of your head is on fire.
I can't think of anything happening.
Laura, Texas girl, said that you have two streams about you tonight, and someone has one scheduled in the morning. You're a superwoman.
Who?
They didn't say. I don't know.
They can keep talking about me. Just make sure they promote me.
Right.
All day long.
Put your link in at least.
K Small, they're just sending you the pictures. Check your text.
Well, damn, why she only get them?
What? How do I show them?
I don't know. Shit. Put them on Twitter. Put them on your Instagram.
All right, I'll put them on Twitter.
Blood PT wants to know if the smoke alarms went off, Laura.
If what?
If the smoke alarms went off.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Someone else said.
Did your smoke alarm
Case Smalls.
Case Smalls. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
So, okay, that's going to be something we need to discuss with Artsy in July.
Definitely.
On girls' trip.
Oh, you need to catch that shit on video if you do.
Oh, we will. We will.
Receipts or it didn't happen. That's right.
Right?
I'm so
we will.
Right now. I don't understand why they keep talking about me. I'm not that fucking exciting.
No,
deflection.
I like to watch you. Shit.
Listen, Laura, I'm going to tell you something, right? People who genuinely want somebody to go away don't continue to engage with that person. You know what I mean? Like, something happens, right? So I remember when Dr. Koala and I first became friends, and if somebody, was saying something shitty about her, I would always want to go busting into the stream, and she would be texting me, and she was like, "Don't you do it. Don't say a word, because, if you don't give it any attention or acknowledge it, it goes away quicker." So clearly they love the interaction with you, or they would stop talking about you. And then if they thought, okay, well, she's going to keep talking about us, eventually you'll get bored and go away, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens. So, it just leads me to believe that they love the drama, they love the back and forth, or they would stop talking about you completely until you got bored and just were a non-issue.
But I don't do the back and forth. I mean, I have in the past, don't get me wrong. But up until yesterday, I hadn't even spoken about them. Like, I've been focusing on Diane, Wendy, and Randy. I could care less about the rest of them. And today I just finally lost my shit.
And that's what I was going to say, is that another reason, other than the ones PF said, is that a lot of times I think they like talking about people who don't fight the way they do, because they know they're not going to get back what they've given.
Yep.
Like, if someone comes on calling you names, making fun of your hair, making fun of your looks or your kids or whatever, and they know that you're not a person who fights that way, you're like a free ticket to say whatever they want, because you're not going to do the same back to them.
No, because it's fucking childish.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, I just posted it on Twitter.
Oh, I gotta go look.
And you can see
my God.
I'm not kidding. Like, I wasn't joking. But like that purple blanket, how did that not catch on fire? I don't get it. That should have gone up in flames. And it didn't.
Oh my God.
Fucking Diane's to blame for everything.
Yep.
She totally voodooed you. She voodooed you.
What?
She voodooed you.
Oh, I know.
Come on, load.
But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how that purple blanket did not go up in flames.
Whatever that purple blanket is made out of, you need to cover everything in your house with it.
It's for real.
I found the perfect solution to avoiding house fires.
I'm dumbfounded. Like, same thing with this mouse pad desktop. I can't believe that's all. I mean, look at the hat. The hat was on it. And that's all that happened to the desktop. Like,
that is insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's right in front of my monitor. It was right behind my monitor. Like, how did this whole thing not just go up in flames? It didn't. I'm dumbfounded how I'm getting all this crap out of this.
Look at that damn hat.
Look at that hat.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Wow.
That is insane.
Yep.
Wow.
And that purple thing did not go up. It's one of those like velvet ones. And I just, it's like the cushy one, not velvet, but it goes over the doggy steps. And I just can't believe it didn't burn. There's clothes on top of it. I mean, this could have been a fucking disaster. And
God.
Nothing. It stayed right there.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump down, but thanks for having me up here.
Thanks for coming up.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, sweetheart.
Cats.
What'd she say?
And before Wendy calls me a liar, prove Diane didn't cast a curse. I'll wait.
Right.
But you know what? It's actually good karma because my house didn't go up in flames.
That's true.
That's true.
That hat is destroyed, and yet my monitor, nothing even happened.
Exactly.
This mouse pad, so it was actually pretty good karma. Somebody was looking out for me because
Absolutely.
my whole monitor should have melted. Like
That's me.
looking at the
I'm
hat.
in there like swimwear with God, Just so you know.
That what?
I'm in there like swimwear with God. It was me. I stopped that. I read my book every day. Ask them all. I do.
Yeah.
I do, Shell. You know I do.
I said yeah.
That is to cover all my cursing every day that I do, Laura.
I am an atheist.
In my mind, I think it makes it better. In my mind, I think it covers all my cursing for the day.
So but I definitely believe my dad was looking out for me because I'm in awe that nothing burned other than the hat.
Other than the hat.
But the hat's replaceable. My monitor,
totally replaceable.
My whole room, definitely not replaceable.
No.
Right.
Bye, Carly.
Bye, Carly.
Bye, Carly. Thanks for coming up.
Good night, Carly.
Good night, Carly. Now I just got to figure out how the hell to get it out of the carpet.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the good part is where it is. I can just cover it. But I don't know. It's going to annoy me knowing it's there. But
I'm sure Hopi.
He's a floor guy. He could fix it.
I'll figure it out. But yeah, wow. I survived. It's not even bad.
It could have been so much worse.
I know, like the mouse pad could have caught up in flames. And no, that stayed very contained too.
Damn.
I mean, that hat was on my desk right next to my monitor. How that burned, and that must have burned quick because I was at my desk. I was just looking the other way, and all of a sudden I turn around. I'm like, ugh.
Cat, stop it.
Midwestern Mary said use ladies' night merch to cover it. It'll burst in the flames. No, not a good idea.
Who has having a live about me in the morning?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, who cares?
I hope he said was it a wide brimmed hat. Shut up. Ooh, where's Kyle Clark? Ooh. What is the deal with that? The wide brimmed damn hat.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get this stain out. I will keep you updated on Twitter if I can get this black
Yes, please do. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad your fire marshal Bill skills kicked in.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say I really am. I am so glad that
I'm glad it wasn't worse than it was.
Yeah.
So if you really want a fireproof desktop, buy the Razer extra large mouse pad. It is fire. What's it called? I don't want to see. You didn't use the R word, but it's fire resistant, I guess, because it did not burn. I mean, the piece burned, obviously, but the whole thing did not go up in flames. And I can actually peel the burnt stuff off, and it's just a little spot.
Wow.
Or don't burn a candle on your desk.
Well, that would be the obvious one. But if you're going to,
but if you do,
but seriously,
All
right.
Well, have a good night. I'm glad you came.
Yes, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, have a good night, Laura.
Bye.
Bye. Well.
Well, you know what? Here's another thing I wanted to address really quick. You know, I think a lot of people think that we are trying to hold Randy and Wendy responsible for what Diane did. And I want to make it clear.
Absolutely not.
Right? I want to make it clear that I don't think any of us are trying to hold them responsible. What I am trying to do is hold you responsible for your actions and for the way that you have responded to a lot of us voicing our concerns and opinions. So the energy that you're giving me is the same energy that I am now giving back to you. And I don't hold you responsible for what Diane did, but I am holding you responsible for the shitty way that you've treated your longtime supporters and subs. That's what I hold you responsible for. Nothing more, nothing less. Period.
And the way that they disrespect. Sorry, Jamie.
That's okay.
The way that they disrespect their subs for even doubting them when they have every right to doubt them. You know, I mean, everybody has a right to question this situation, and they absolutely they just push them to the side if they even question them. They have every right to question you. The situation is questionable, you know. So the way that they're treating everybody in this situation is shitty, and you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't have too much niceness to say about any of them, but yeah, carry on, Janie. Carry on.
I was just going to say that I think that the thing is we don't hold them responsible, and that's what's pissing us off, is that they have been defending Diane like they're taking on some of this responsibility, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know, they keep defending her, and even if they're not actively defending her, they are still defending her.
Yep.
By, you know, when what's his name? Guy, you know.
Isaac?
Dude. Yes.
Isaac, yeah.
When he was on there, and it's even just little things to defend her. When he said, what, your life alert? And Randy's like, no, you know, it's like, come on. She deserves that, if nothing else.
I mean, it was a little big, so what?
Yeah.
And what's the deal, Janie, with her? She keeps going to this, so you want her murdered? I mean, nobody's going to that fucking extreme, Randy.
Right.
Exactly. Nobody's out on the roof with a fucking sniper rifle. Jesus.
Well, it's the oscillation between minimizing and catastrophizing. We're going to minimize everything Diane did, but then we're going to catastrophize what may happen to Diane. You know, Don't say anything about Life Alert. That's just awful. But now, what do you want her murdered? No. Isn't there somewhere in between?
You can't say anything to them without them going that, especially Randy, without her going to that extreme. Like, oh, so you just want to see her murdered? What? And then nobody even said they wanted her to stub her goddamn toe. What are you talking about? Fuck. God.
Well, and you know what? There was a way for them to, as shitty as this was handled from the start, and the way that they treated, their subs and supporters, whatever, in the beginning, even when they finally recently came out, right? And I mean, it would have been a little too late for me, but I think there were some people who kind of were hanging on there in the beginning and started trickling off. I think that there was a way for them to circle back around and maybe smooth over the situation, even just in the slightest, if when they came out in the last couple of days and decided that, they had seen the light and they were done with Diane, if they had humbled themselves, right? And I almost made videos showing an example of what we as OGDC members would have expected them to say, to humble themselves and say, you know what? We owe y'all an apology. I am so sorry that we came so hard at you. Please understand that we really loved and cared about our friend, and we wanted to have her back, and we just couldn't wrap our minds around, the things that y'all were saying, right? And but now we see that we're on the same page with you guys. But but not even any of that had happened. I mean, they have continued to double down with their hatred and their attacking and dismissiveness. And so, I just, at no point have I seen them be humble at all. And it's like their epiphanies in the last couple of days going against Diane all of a sudden, it's like that was just completely new information to them, as if nobody had said it yet at all. It's mind-blowing to me.
And why, when we gave them in the beginning, when we all were against Diane and we were giving Randy and Wendy this out, like, okay, you guys aren't to blame, we're welcoming them, like, get out of this situation. We're all like trying to get them out of Diane's grasp and, come over here with us, you're safe, and they just wouldn't come. And, we gave them that bumper for a while, like, okay, we understand that's their friend, they don't want to accept it, whatever. But then, like, for instance, with Janie's stream last night, where Wendy herself said, I feel obligated, it's my, I feel like I owe this money. Why would an innocent person feel that they owe part of a scammer's money back? Why would you feel guilty in this situation, but yet you're claiming innocence? Like, you're sending mixed messages to this community, but yet you want to be looked at as innocent. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you want us to think? To me, I'd be like, fuck you, Diane, I don't know shit, and you can fuck all the way off. And all these people that are raising money for St. Jude, thank you, and God bless you all for doing all this and replacing all this money that this woman took. But she's not even doing that. It's like,
no, everyone's being bashed for it,
and I'm getting super chatted, and I'm going to start getting paid, and I'm going to do whatever I want with my money, and you guys can't do nothing but fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, why are you being so rude? You say you don't even fucking like Diane anymore. Why don't you get over here with us and start being nice a little bit, humble yourself, eat your words, and start over, But no, she wants to go over there, still be an asshole, still do what she's been doing. I don't get it. I don't fucking understand.
And I'm going to tell you this, I fully believe, and, maybe I'm going to be an asshole for saying this, but I don't think I'm the only one that thinks it. I think that given the opportunity, well, first of all, I think that Randy's going to continue to fuck with Diane behind the scenes. We've watched her do it with other people, and I don't think it would take very much for Wendy to allow her back in as well. And I have a real issue with that. We've watched it happen. We watched it happen with Fod. Our emotions were fucked with over that whole Fod situation, and we were all jerked around back and forth. And I've seen some of the people that we talked about earlier in the stream that ride hard for Randy, that were going in and bitching Fod out and whatever. Now, all hoochie coochie over there with Fod. It blows my mind. And I'm not willing to have my chain yanked and my emotions played with over this situation with Diane. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Conklin.
Well, and I mean, how many times have you heard the subs always constantly saying, you channel owners go and fight with these people, make up behind the scenes, and then don't tell anybody, and yet we're going to bat for you, still fighting with these people, and you're being shady behind the scenes.
Well, you know what that's reminiscent of, right? Do you remember that's reminiscent of the days when Katie, right? She would be all mad. Don't go into STS's chat. You would get called out and vilified for it. Then you would find out that her and Pam were talking, and then she'd be like, don't you fucking question me. I have reasons for why I'm doing what I'm doing. How dare you question me? Well, you know what? Fuck you. You're not going to yank around my emotions like that. I'm sorry. I'm not playing these games. I am too old for this bullshit, and I didn't come to YouTube to be yanked around. I'm sorry.
Just like Colton said, like
bullshit, and I didn't come to YouTube to be yanked around.
I'm so sorry. When I started,
you got something playing. Colton said, "Why would you pay restitution for a crime you didn't commit?" It's like taking a plea bargain. That's exactly what is happening. And I mean, like, why would you? Like, why would you feel any kind of guilt in a situation where you didn't do anything wrong? You weren't aware of what was going on. You didn't do anything wrong. Why would you in any way feel responsible? Like, never once did Diane tell you to quit saying all the money was going there. Never once never once. Why is FOD so strange? Brantley, I don't know. I don't get that one. I don't know. But more of a relevant question, Brantley, is why are they still friends?
It's almost like, you know what I mean? They were trained by Katie, right? And they're like, oh, well, we've all broken free from Katie, but they're still carrying on the same bullshit rhetoric that we all followed along when we were all following Katie. Does that make sense? So they've carried that bullshit narrative over with the way that they think and that they operate. And I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore.
Good night, Teresa. I don't know if she already left, but good night,
Teresa.
Yeah, I don't get it. And just like you said, Silver Wings, the I love you, I hate you type shit. Like,
oh, that's what I was gonna say. Was the constant lately, you loved me a week ago and now you can't stand me? Stop with that. Stop with that.
Like, no.
You know what? I might have loved you, but then I found out you were a fucking scammer. That changed my opinion of you.
Yeah.
You know what? I might have loved you, and I still might love you, but then I hear a clip of you making fun of disabled people. Whether you intended to or not, that bothered me. Now it's changed my opinion of you.
Yeah. And that goes to show, what was said probably like a half hour ago. I know we touched on this about how low people will go as far as like, you make fun of people's looks, their job, their, this, their that, like how low will people go? And like,
right.
In our streams, like we don't necessarily drag people to that extent. We might call out their bullshit or whatever, but we don't attack those type of things.
No.
And I think that's probably why we probably haven't touched on Shannon's shit, because what are we going to say? What are we going to say?
Listen, there's nothing we can't say that hasn't already been said by Sam.
But the thing is, like, how do you attack someone that is so vile? Like,
pure trash.
Attack them at that level, and what do you say? You know what I mean? So like you got to pick your battles. It's like, do they destroy their self? You kind of just let them destroy their self.
Listen, Sassy's over here reading my mind, right? Listen to her comment. Randy embraces toxic people. Diane, Bod, she did the same thing with Mama Bear and MFW. There's a clear pattern, history here, right? So Randy, one of her favorite things that she loves to say is, if I could lose you that easily, I never had you to begin with. Well, go and right fucking back at you, Randy, because clearly I never had you as a friend to begin with. If me standing up against what Diane has done and you throwing me to the curb like fucking yesterday's trash, I never had you as a friend to begin with. But I have a huge concern about your pattern of behavior of clinging on, defending, and desperately wanting to hold on to these toxic individuals. It's not a 1 or 2 time thing. It's a clear, repeated pattern, and we've watched it happen over and over and over. So what is going on with you that it's more important for you to hang on to these toxic fuckers that come into your life and for you to throw away good, decent, honest people that have loved you, cared about you, and fought for you tooth and nail, and you can so easily throw us to the curb. So I take your words, Randy, and I throw them right back at you. If you can get rid of me that easily, I never had you to begin with.
Right. And that's the thing that has been boggling me. I am a very loyal friend, and the times that I've talked to her and we, it's like I'm an idiot for even suggesting X, Y, and Z, or I'm just an idiot. Like, why did I even why did I try?
Yeah.
You're stupid.
And Luke, I agree. I agree with you there. And that hurts. That it's just so sad. It's so sad. When I saw that go down, it hurts my heart, y'all. You're hurting my heart.
Yeah.
I think
right.
I think the big bomb for me was hearing that call and hearing the 6 rules. When I heard those, I thought, had I been in that call, I would have been like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
And I am out of here, and I'm going to say everything I feel like saying. And you're not going to tell me I can't use the word thief. I can't use the word truth. I can't use the word lie. Who the hell are these people?
Right. I would have been like, you, first of all, are not my boss, you scamming bitch, and see you later.
Yeah. 6 rules of how they were going to move forward. No. How about no? How about I'm going to handle this the way I handle it, and you handle it the way you handle it, and fuck Diane.
The truth is the truth. Why was there a need for some phone call to plan out and to listen? The people that were on that call were specifically picked because those were the people that were going to fall in line, follow the orders, and that were going to go out. I heard somebody say, well, if you need me to say, X, Y, Z, I'd be happy to say it. They chose those people specifically because they knew they would go out and support, go along with their bullshit narrative they were trying to spin. If you're going to tell the truth is the truth, and you don't need to pre-plan it, you don't need to fucking take notes, and you don't need to inform a small group of people that are going to have your back no matter what you come out and say. You would have just come on live, Wendy, and you would have gone live and just told everybody at the same time. This whole premeditated, who was going to be told first, whatever bullshit, I'm sorry. It's just hugely suspect to me.
Yeah. None of us here need a handler.
No.
No. And you know what? I will tell you one of the biggest, and I hate to use this word, triggers for me is being, people thinking I can't handle information, or that it needs to be told to me in a specific way, or information being, kept secret, right, to the side, and only, brought out limited amounts at a time. It's just bullshit. We're all fucking adults around here. I'm not a child. I don't need you to minimize it. I don't need you to plan out how you're going to tell me. Just come out with the hard facts. Just spit it out and say it.
Right.
We're all adults,
Yeah, exactly. And I hate when I feel like someone is trying to quote unquote handle me,
Yeah.
Like,
and who made them the moral compass of this community?
Well, not only that, I mean, yeah, the moral compass, come on, but
no,
you have to let people feel how they feel about things. Who said you're in charge of what I'm going to feel? And so if that means I'm going to be angry with Diane, let me be angry.
Well, how many times did you hear Wendy or Randy say, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this?
Right.
Exactly.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Huh? You're not allowed to say it.
And this is why if any of us go to prison, we're going to be shanked.
Totally, with a pencil.
Absolutely, JD.
Will not survive prison, which is why fraud agencies.
We're totally getting shanked first day.
Right.
As soon as they're like, hey, I want your beans, I'm going to be like, those are my beans, and don't tell me that I'm giving my beans shanked.
Fuck off. Those are my beans. You like beans, fucker.
It's this whole idea that, or this feeling that, we're not equipped emotionally enough, or we're not adult enough to be able to handle the truth or the hard facts, so they have to pre-plan the way it's going to be presented to us. I don't need anybody to handle me or to minimize it for me. Just tell me and let me feel what I'm going to feel. I've heard Wendy several times recently bitching and griping on panels in the last couple of days about, don't tell me how to feel. Well, that's exactly what I feel like you're doing to us. You're telling me how I should and shouldn't feel. I have a right to feel however I want.
Telling us
if you don't like it.
Telling us what we can and can't say, what we can and can't do. You're not going to talk bad about Diane in here. I mean, sure, that's changed now, but it's changed because she said it's changed. We couldn't, who is she to tell me what I can say about Diane?
Yeah.
And there was a ton of that going on.
Yeah, and it's a controlled narrative. And it changes on a dime according to, where Wendy happens to be or where Randy happens to be along in the situation. And it should be just a flow of allowing people to feel however they want to feel. But, my timetable or my feelings don't always have to match what yours are, Wendy, Randy.
Absolutely.
Anita said, they really are the lawn chair mafia. They are in the winner's circle. They scare the fuck out of me. I don't know about you. Woo!
And I would say, I don't need a handler, but I do need a housekeeper, a chef, and a manicure. So
yeah.
Sassy.
I don't need nobody in a lawn chair. I'll tell you that much.
Sassy, that's all my fault because I went in there, and I was the horrible, awful, evil person. Although I was not the only one that asked that question. That's all my fault. So I forced Randy to lie about Stellar because I came in and I put her on the spot, asking her that question. So just know, Sassy, that she only lied because I made her do it.
That's right, Mama Cat.
I think was her words. You embarrassed her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Mary, I think you mean masseuse. I don't think you want to be misused.
Aw.
She retracted it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
I
I specifically went in there and asked her that question because I wanted to see if she was going to lie about something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Then I knew, if she was going to lie about something like that, then I knew that she would lie about things that were much bigger. So I went in there for a specific reason, and I specifically asked her that question. It was not to embarrass her.
Yeah.
Right.
That was not it at all. It had already been talked about on multiple other streams. Several other people asked it. I am not an evil person that just tries to run around humiliating people. I don't think that's the reputation I have around here. But
no, you most certainly do not.
Whatever makes you feel better, Randy. You know,
it happened. I mean, it worked. You know, she did exactly what was expected. You know, she lied. So,
yep, I agree.
I don't know.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to jump off here because I'm starting to yawn, and Shell just yawned, and now I made it work.
I've been yawning for an hour.
Yeah,
I'm yawning now too.
Granny bedtime. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think Wendy's over there having playtime at our expense, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
so
is she streaming?
Oh yeah, she went live
a while ago, and it's called the After Show. So I'm assuming it's about us.
Well,
if anything important happens, you let me know because I'm not going to be there. So,
Janie's just a happy little thing to tell you.
Newspapers is about to do a live on you or do a video on you, Janie. Did you see
I can't wait to watch it.
I know. I was looking to see if it was up yet. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited.
It's so exciting when it happens, when you wake up to it. It's like Christmas.
I know.
I can't wait. I hope I'm fantastic and hilarious and just ridiculous.
OG old gal's nap time. I know you ain't talking Conklin.
Conklin?
You're asking sleeping till noon.
Here, I'll leave y'all with this.
Oh, wait a minute, Mary. You are one to talk.
I had medical reasons. I don't even want to talk about it. PF, go ahead. Closing arguments.
I'll leave y'all with this happy thought. I was reading a study recently that said that one way that you can gauge if you're dealing with a psychopath is if you yawn. It's a natural reaction, right? For the person who's sitting across from you, seeing you yawn, yawns back. And if they don't, then that might be an indicator that you're dealing with a psychopath. So since all four of us on panel have started yawning because somebody else yawned, I think that we can all leave this panel knowing that possibly none of the four of us up here are psychopaths. So I'll leave you with that.
Well, there you go.
I read that study as well, and it was very interesting. And so now that's what I do.
I know, Janie. I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm not a psychopath.
Every time I yawn, I wait to see if the person across from me yawns back, and if they don't,
now we're talking about it.
Everybody in
also,
the chat.
Real quick, just real super quick, because you know I'm a nut for dogs. If you yawn in front of your dog and your dog yawns, your dog really loves you a whole bunch.
Oh, I'm about to try that tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go
if your
back
dog doesn't yawn, then quit loving your dog. No, I'm just teasing. Your dog's a psychopath.
Just send him to town.
And for all of those of you in the chat who can see MJ and Shell yawning because they're on live and you're not yawning back, you might want to go check yourself and maybe start monitoring yourself to maybe you're a psychopath. I don't know.
Yeah, and if your dog doesn't yawn back, you have a cat. That's what cats will say.
Every time you're fake yawning is making me yawn.
A&D said my dog's a bitch. She just walk away. I feel it.
Good night. I love you, ladies, and I love everyone.
Love you.
Love you. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone who donated to St. Jude's.
Yes. Thank you. And continue to donate regardless of all the hate.
Yes, and continue to pray for Michelle Lynn. Pray for Blonde PT tomorrow.
Michelle Lynn came here and start deleting people.
Look, I agree with that. All cats are psychopaths. I would agree with that.
Yes, especially my cat Missy. $110 for St. Jude tonight. Woo!
Woo! Way to go.
Good job, everybody.
Now,
that's awesome.
Every stream we're doing good with Laura's doing her thing with her candles. We're all good.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for another stream of giving people a safe place to come and voice their opinions.
Absolutely.
Y'all rock.
Thank you for coming. And we will see you guys on Friday for sure. if not
Between
before.
ours and Janie's stream, we have over $1,000 to St. Jude's.
See how we do as a community.
That is awesome.
Good job,
And
everybody.
Shell is officially COVID free, so we will be back in the car together forever on Friday.
You go, Shell.
I know. Well, whether or not I'm actually, I'm just not contagious anymore.
Bitch, don't push me, okay? Could you just say you're not?
Okay, I don't have COVID no more.
I got tested to make sure I didn't have COVID before I could come back into the country for my trip. And let me tell you what, that tickling of your brain, I was not happy. That was not a fun experience.
I've had that done twice, and then just the regular, like, doot.
Yeah. I was not a fan.
Dollar Tree. You know it, cats. You know we're hitting up the Dollar Tree.
I want to go to the one on Sunbury Road.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's fully stocked. I just went there. Mm-hmm.
It's on.
Yeah. We'll see you guys
Good night,
Friday.
ladies.
Have a good day. Good night.
All right. Night, guys.
Good night.